Where are we going? I don't know. Get some food, I think.
Dude, oh, fucking Max. Love that guy.
It's fun to play dumb. It really is.
Yeah, and the thing is, Max is like, because obviously he's me. Like I play him as like he's smart, but just on his own planet. Like he's just completely so he's got bad hearing.
Oh, he's like
as
a Luna Lovegood sort of style thing.
Yes. It's like, what did you say? I don't really understand that, but let's go. You know, he just kind of cracks on. It's like, I'm smart. I don't know what you're talking about. Quick, let's set fire to the building. It's like, what?
Chaotic good.
Yeah, exactly.
The orphans have a terrible, orphan owner. What are we going to do? We can either get rid of the orphan owner, adopt out all the orphans, or burn down the orphanage so that the orphans don't have to deal with them anymore. That's chaotic good. Burn down the orphanage so the orphans don't have to deal with the orphan owner anymore.
and then we all go and have a big bonfire, and we get sticks, and we put little marshmallows on them, and we have a great time. There we go.
And we'll move on to the next thing and forget that the orphans now have nowhere.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you do it right, the orphans don't have to deal with being orphans anymore either.
BRB, but I can hear.
There's so many ways people could take that. So many ways.
Talking about burning little orphan children.
I thought about burning them in the building. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Absolute just murder.
Murder hobo
time. You could be like
time.
Sherlock Holmes and just have like an army of like homeless children just across the city doing your bidding. Just
something about that.
Steal things for me.
Do you remember the horror movie Hostel? And they had that gang of kids, and they were like bubblegum, and they would they would like shank you and stab you if you didn't give them bubblegum. Yeah.
Evil bubblegum kids.
The evil bubblegum.
Yeah. Kids are kind of kids are scary.
Kids are terrifying.
Because there's nothing you can do really. Like, I get kids around here are just awful, especially like some of the raggy kids. You know, they just wander around in the middle of the road, just going, fucking Harriet, just shouting stuff at people, and like,
that happens.
I cycle. I get rocks thrown at me and stuff. It's like seriously, they don't give a shit. And like, there's times where I stop in the middle of the road, and I'm just like. Because they're kids, they're little kids. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not, and it's just like,
oi, fuck you.
No, keep going, because it's just they know that I can't do anything, and they're vicious.
They would burn down their orphanage.
They would quite happily kick the shit out of me, knowing that I would like not particularly want to fight back. Do you know what I mean? And they're vicious.
They'll take advantage of the fact that it would be way worse if you fought back.
They're just rolling with advantage against you, man. You got the hunter's mark on you.
Yeah. I'm stunned, you know.
You're just permanently stunned.
Perma-stunned. It's not fair.
There's some kids that I can vibe with, and there's some where I'm just like, you make me consider getting rid of all of my reproductive organs.
Dude, I've wanted rid of those since I was like 12, but yeah, I feel that. Some kids make the urge worse.
They do.
I used to be like well into the idea of having kids. I used to be like, when I was sort of more your age, Mungo, sort of early 20s, I was like, yeah, man, fucking right. I want to have kids, have a, good, that whole secular life. You know what I mean? Get a house somewhere, have a bunch of kids, it'd be great. Now I'm like 35. I'm like, I don't want kids. I just don't want kids. My life is for me. I say that to my mum. I'm like, if you're expecting grandchildren, you need to look at Ali, because I'm not.
The bloodline ends with me, Ma.
My sister's your only chance. She's getting married now, so she's a good chance there. But
our last name dies with me. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not even adopting. Like, it's just not. I don't want small children in my life.
I want to be able to buy what I want on Amazon at any given moment.
As it is.
I think I do eventually. It's just that I'm at a stage of my life where I'm like, I still don't know how to fully keep myself afloat.
I can barely handle cats.
Every now and then.
Yeah, same here.
A kid would be a disaster for my life.
Hopper didn't live here, I wouldn't eat most days. Like,
He didn't.
I
would
could
work
go
a full,
days
like,
without eating. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would not
I've done
eat
that,
for
to be
like
fair.
3 days. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. I'm just here to keep him alive.
Yeah,
You
I
just-
feel you. How does that happen?
How I
You
just
just forget. I do. I
Yeah.
used to do it all the time
Plants,
when I was
feed and water
editing.
him.
Like,
yeah.
Even now,
If I didn't work, I didn't
he will
eat.
just not eat.
Yeah, if I don't go to work, I won't eat all day. I only eat at work so I don't have to work.
That's
Well,
a mood.
The only reason I eat.
The only reason you eat.
okay, are we good to go then? Everyone's settled.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Sweet. All right then. So, in that case, welcome back everybody to the Chronicles of the Rift.
Woo!
If you all remember last session, we ended on a bit of a tense moment. So, quick recap. Excuse me. You all took a wonderful trip last session to Xanto World, where you took a ride on the Hippo Bar, took a ride on the little train that they had there, played some games, counted some chicken feathers. It was all a great laugh. You managed to slip out with some prizes, so to speak. Fink managed to grab a few extra prizes from behind the counter. And after having such a lovely day, you made your way towards the party over at Xanto HQ. The party at Xanto HQ was happening in a few hours, so everyone was getting set up. You could see there was stuff being brought in. There was workers moving in. You could see a whole bunch of stuff. You managed to talk your way, Corgi, into the HQ with your +1s or +2s, both Dusan and Fink. And then we had Ava and Maeve, who were heading in as part of the band. So you all managed to gain access relatively easily into the HQ party, and you could see the whole place had been pretty much shut down as you went in. The whole trading floor was empty, and they sent you upstairs to the grand hall, and you took a little moment to kind of explore around the HQ, which is a large 4-story kind of industrial building. It has power, light, it's got cooling. It's like an absolutely plush and decadent building. And you kind of explored around a little bit. Both Ava and Maeve went over to the stage, lost my words there, the stage that was in the corner of the room, began to setting up their equipment for the show, the music that they were going to be playing. It did look as though it at this point in time it was just Ava and Maeve didn't have an instrument, so it was just going to be Ava looking like just Ava playing at this point in time to a very respectable crowd that's going to be entering very shortly. While the rest of the group decided to explore the upper floors a little bit, trying not to draw too much attention to themselves. So you headed up and checked out one of the VIP guest rooms, kind of ripped that to shreds, looking for stuff in there. Fink managed to find, after taking a dump in the toilet, a small panel in the roof which was loose, and decided to climb into it. So Fink currently is climbing in the roof panels, while the rest of the group, Dusan and Corgi, made their way around to the balcony, where they bumped into a fellow they still don't know the name of, with shocking white, sort of silvery hair, and he's the guy who has the sort of tree tattoo and a number of other tattoos on his sleeves, and he's overwatching the hall. As you came out and decided to attempt to sprinkle dust on his head, failed, and then shouted quite explicitly that he said it was okay for you to go upstairs, up the nice velvety stairs behind you. Walked in, he immediately stopped you, and with very low charisma check, you managed to convince him of anything, and he told them to take you back downstairs immediately. As they left and he went back out to the balcony, he gave you a big stare, Dusan, and you said good party, and then headed back inside, in which time you went straight up the stairs that the other guards had left, And after a few steps, dun, 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 locked eyes straight ahead with a very chunky looking god who's standing directly outside a set of large, like deep wood ornate doors with these golden handles on the thing. And that is where we ended the last session. So what I'll do is, for starters, we'll come back to Maeve and Ava. So as you guys are sort of down there and you saw, you would have seen Corgi come out to the balcony, sort of his head poking over and then leaving again. And then the gentleman with the shocking silver hair would lean back over and he kind of looks down at you as you're prepping your stuff. So what are you guys doing to kind of get prepared as the time is ticking down before this party starts?
Okay, so Maeve was walking around the stage and checking it for structural
Yes.
integrity because she doesn't have an instrument and she's trying to be useful.
Okay. Let me just... Go. Okay, so yeah, so checking around.
Yeah, and just
structural
trying
integrity.
to hear what I can hear from anyone that might be talking in the area.
Cool. So if you can give me just a investigation check for the stage, that'd be great. Okay, so it's a fairly.
It seems to be a
straightforward
stage.
wooden stage. Yeah, it's like from what you can tell, it's like two larger pieces of wood that have been like just folded out and brought in here separately and then placed together to make the stage in the corner. It doesn't look like it's fixed down.
Is this a window?
Anything. It's just, yes, it is behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see out, and that actually leads out into the front courtyard, where you can see there is a big open space for carts and gathering and traders to arrive and unload goods and all this kind of stuff. And you can see the gates at the front end of the courtyard, which has a couple of guards just standing by it. Is there anything you're doing other than just kind of milling and watching for stuff?
Yeah, I think generally tuning up and stuff like that, just kind of looking busy while
Yeah,
most are quiet.
It's a big show of looking busy and like I belong there.
Bro, if you
Like
wanna, if you can both
tuning
just give
out
me...
to tune to go back in tune just to look
Sure.
around.
If you want to give me both just a straight charisma check, you can use performance as well if you prefer, if you have any proficiencies in that. And this is with advantage, just to see how well you blend in.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
First roll was a
16.
dirty 20.
Nice.
Second roll was a dirty 26.
Nice. Okay, sweet. So yeah, Maeve, you kind of take your cues from Ava, who is tuning up, and you can, while it is still tuning, there's a melodic sound to it, and you can hear it kind of echoes. And as you start to tune, the sound you hear in this hall, it's a very tall and open space, and the acoustics are fantastic. And you can just hear as the sound starts to echo around the room, and you're like, ooh, actually, that's really nice.
Like a choir in the church.
As you're doing that, we'll come to Dusan. So, Dusan, you find yourself, let me just check this here. I think this is right. Yes, you find yourself at the top of this little staircase, red velvet stairs underfoot. And you come lock eyes with a guard who's standing on the opposite side of the door. If you want to can you give me a perception check right now, real quick, just to see what you can gather from this area?
Yeah, my shit scuffed, so I had to restart it, and then I didn't.
That's all right.
Do the thing. So it's okay.
It's all right. I can do it for you if
What's
you
the
want.
name? No, I'm playing.
No. No.
Well, you said perception check.
Yes. Okay. So you do see that there is a large double door behind the guard. Off to your left-hand side, there is a singular door, which is slightly harder to see. It looks like it's been designed to kind of match the wall panels. But you can see there is a handle, and it seems like there is a door that leads off to the side as well. What do you do? Do you do anything when you lock eyes with him? He locks eyes with you. You have a moment to react.
We lock eyes. I lean into his ear. I say, "Your beauty is like a night in Colombia," and then we lock lips.
Engage passionate makeout session. Roll for passionate
Is
makeout
able-
session.
Is able. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Roll for tongue.
Kisses man is able. Roll for tongue is able. Yeah.
So to say Bloom caught ERPing.
Oh man. I want to say that I've been thinking about this scenario for 2 weeks, and I had a whole bunch of different plans. And then I realized that I can't do any of them because I had 2 weeks to think of them, and Dusan has a few seconds. So,
but his mind is a machine though. So those 2 seconds might as well.
Yeah, all the meditation has led up to this moment of
Stop being so good
2
at
weeks of
roleplay,
thoughts
Blue.
in a moment.
oh no, dude, I can't mitigate my own thoughts, man. And if I hadn't told you guys, I could have just done it. But now I told you guys.
Now it's meta, bro.
What would he do in 2 weeks though? If he had the 2 week time.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. This is his plan in 2 weeks, guys. Okay. Where? Fuck. What is above me?
So this is,
hi.
it's not particularly tall. It's about 10 foot high. It's just a flat white ceiling. You can see there are some fluorescent lights in the roof.
Okay. I'm gonna try this. Fuck, this is dumb. It's not gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Because okay. I'm gonna point over my shoulder, and I'm gonna go. There's a fight. They asked for help. I don't know how to fight.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
That's not bad. That's not a bad one. That's good.
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
So he goes. It looks you dead in the eyes and just goes, "It wasn't a fight. It's just some. Actually, I don't know what it was. Some layout. But you can't be up here. Go on." And he kind of waves you off.
All right, please. Excuse me.
Whew.
back down the stairs.
Fuck. Now we're in a weird one, right? Because those dudes could be back. But yeah, we're gonna go back down the stairs.
Fink, could you
Yeah.
give me a perception check, please?
All right. 20.
Nice. So you hear, well, first of all, you find yourself in a dark space. With your dark vision, you can see that this is essentially it's like a gap in the floor. This whole, like, the rooms, the VIP rooms have obviously been built in extra onto this thing. And it's like there's a gap in the floor above these bathrooms. So you can see, you can actually crawl down into the VIP room opposite, the one next to you. And as you're kind of like just in this space, there's not a lot of, can't really go too far, but you do hear Dusan's voice above you saying, "There's a fight. They need some help." And then you hear, "No, it's all right, you gotta go, yeah." And then do footsteps.
Okay. How far does this like area can I explore? Like, does it go all the way?
It's
Like
about
one
20
way?
foot across.
So it's just about
No,
a 20
it's
foot.
actually about a 20-foot square that you're in of space, which is
Okay.
about a few feet tall. So you're squished in, like,
Yeah, that's fine.
long
He's a
ways
rat.
in this crawl space. Yeah,
So the only option I have would be to go back down the way I came or go into another room. Like there's only one other exit or entrance.
Well, I mean, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
This can be with advantage as well, because that was a really high perception.
$11.
Okay. So, let me just check my note. So, you don't see any other way.
Okay, but this is a place that we could hide. And I just hear Dusan. I'm gonna just go back down the way I came and try to sneak around looking for Dusan and Corgi.
So you clamber back down into the glitter-filled bathroom and make your way out into the glitter-filled trashed room.
And while I'm in the room, I'm gonna
that's a trail of glitter.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna disguise self as one of the guards.
Okay. Muy interesante.
And I'm gonna sneak around looking for them.
Okay, so you get to the door there. Corgi, you're being led around the building by these two guards who are leading you out and then down. And then they stop as you get to the corner and the other guard goes, "Where are you taking him?" It's like, "Don't know. Dante said take him downstairs." It's like, "Oh, all right." They kind of continue to lead you down the stairs. Do you just kind of let them take you?
Yeah, so anyway, what I'm saying is, like, it's stupid to even have the ball in this, like, room if I can't go up the stairs there, right there. Like, it's just, like, it's common sense, isn't it, lads? Like,
yeah, I'm just following. I'm just walking.
Yeah, and they grunt and kind of like, they're not particularly happy with the conversation. One of them just does say, let me just check. Conversational. He says, "No, you can't go up there. It's Santo's floor. Off
is
limits."
it? What, he's got a whole floor?
Of course he does.
Wow.
Stay in the hall. That's
all
where you need
right.
to be, all right?
Yeah, I will. What's he need a whole floor for?
He's the boss.
Yeah, but like how much room can you really need? Like, surely he only uses like one room.
It's his building.
Right, but have you been up there?
No.
Oh, you're not allowed.
No.
Must be pretty cool. You ever get curious?
Not really. I like to keep my head. Come on, keep moving.
Yeah, all right.
Leading you down. And so they lead you back into the grand hall, where you come in and you see there is Maeve and Ava there. And some time's passed now, and you do see there are a few individuals have arrived. Well-dressed individuals, kind of smartish people. They do look like they're from the trade district, though. They look like they are wastelanders, but just upper class wastelanders, basically. So that's you, Dusan. Oh no, here. Okay, so you head back down the stairs. What do you do after you come down the stairs? You come out and you see a trail of glitter leading from the door around the corner.
Yeah, I see this. Oh, fuck.
And actually, the door is open in front of it, and you can see Dante currently leaning on the balcony.
pushing him off the balcony would be a great idea. People will be like, "What's going on over there?" And then they would see me standing on the balcony. Fuck. All right. Okay. Well. Oh, it's rough. I don't totally know what I want to do. Maybe you know what? I want to just hide right here. Boop.
Okay.
Boop.
Come
I'm
around
gonna
the corner.
solid snake right here. I'm gonna press up against the wall like this, kind of like looking down,
The
this
empty
way.
corridor. Yeah. Give me a stealth check.
He's like, can I just third person corner peek
Great.
so I don't have to?
Yo, beans.
I hold the mouse.
I need
kinda
to
a
grab
little
that
bit
real
like
quick.
this, and then I can see right there.
Perfect.
If you press W up against this wall, it actually clips through both walls, and you can see.
I'm gonna pass out 3 on the balcony.
Cool. So you lean up against the door. Think.
She made fucking what the fuck?
You hear footsteps on the opposite side, and then as the handle starts to rattle.
On my door.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to quickly hide, maybe back into the ceiling tile if I'm fast enough.
Okay. This is gonna be tricky. What's your movement speed?
Give me one moment and I'll check. My movement speed is, whenever it loads here, 30.
Okay. So moving.
Is there a way to turn off the
They-
lights in here?
Yes. There's
All
a
right.
light switch.
I'm gonna shoot the light switch so that they can't turn the
You're
lights
standing
back
next to
on.
it.
Oh well, I'm still gonna shoot
Oh,
it. Because
okay.
if I stab it, I'll.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't
would
know
say-
that.
so
Fuck.
Here's the thing.
Would we even know what a
I will-
light switch
Yeah,
is?
we wouldn't know.
You probably wouldn't know this, but you wouldn't. Yeah.
So the lights are
Yeah,
presumably
there's a-
they're already off then, because we wouldn't have known to turn them on.
Someone did. If that's the case, then someone knew what a light switch was. I mean, they're not like completely.
Can I roll for
non-existent,
light
but if you
switch
ha- if you-
knowledge?
Yeah, you can roll a light.
All
You
right.
can roll a light switch check.
Roll the light
Um,
switch.
What do you
they're
want me
not
to
very
roll?
Common in the trade district. Just a history check.
All right.
Nice. So
Oh, I
you got a light
crit.
switch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You-
Okay,
you
so
can
You want
roll a
me
light
to
switch.
install one at your home? Like I got you.
yeah, Fink knows
Yeah,
all
you
about
turned it on
lights
on the
now.
way in the room, so
Okay.
yeah, that's fine. But
So
the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna do a essentially an initiative off. It's gonna be rollies because
okay,
if you get to go first, you can do what you want, and it's gonna be your turn first to move
all right.
into the back room before that. The door to the bathroom is open. So let's just see what his initiative bonus is.
Come on, baby.
I'm ready for rolling this initiative.
It's not
Let's
great.
go.
All right, I'm gonna roll mine.
it.
26.
Very nice.
Okay. So the door handle,
Mhm.
and you just hear, just fucking door locked. And you get a moment to do whatever you want.
All right, I'm gonna kill the lights, and then I'm gonna sprint to the bathroom and try to get up into that hole as quickly as possible.
Okay. Give me no, it'd be athletics. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, come on, do acrobatics.
If you can describe to me how you're going to flip your way into the crawl space.
I'm gonna use my tail like a spring up into there,
Like a kangaroo.
yeah, like an
Well,
like someone that does, acrobatics.
like Tigger.
Yeah, basically turning into Tigger.
Tops are made out of rubber.
Boing.
Made of springs. Okay, sweet. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. Hit me with your acrobatics.
All right, 25.
Oh, nice.
What the hell,
Perfect.
bro?
Doing well. Sweet. So you make your way into the bathroom and then over to where the open tile is. Zoop, zoop. And just spring up into the hole, and you have to clamber a little bit because once you get there, you can't just go straight in. It's only a
and then I'm
small-
gonna
so you get
hide.
to clamber in, and then give me a stealth check to see if you can hide.
With my gloom spite out. Here comes a good stealth. 28.
Oh, rocking it. Okay, so you're up there, and you just hear, it's fucking stuck. And then you hear, what the fuck? Ow! And some stomp. What the fuck happened here? It's like, I don't know. Was it like this already? It's a fucking course it wasn't. And you just hear, right, come on. You hear noises start disappearing as they disappear off and fade away. And you're left back in the crawl space.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay hidden for whenever someone singles themselves out, and then I'll do something.
Think ran out, and then scuppered back into the crawl space.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide there for a little while until I can murder a guard or something.
Okay, no problems. So back down in the hall, we've got Maeve, Ava, and Corgi down here. As you see, there are people starting to arrive and filter into the room, and you can see as they're getting nods from the guards, and you see as the guy with the blonde hair is kind of like pacing around the back, and he gives like gentle smiles and stuff to them as they approach, and they kind of filter in, start muttering to each other, and kind of just chatting backwards and forwards. And what do you do as these people are filtering into the room, Ava and Maeve?
I think as people start to filter in, Ava's going to start like making eye contact at Maeve. It's almost as if they know what's going on, or like they're about to have some clear plan when obviously they don't. They have no clue what they're about to do here. But it's a lot of intense looks, and also trying to put on that flair of like, oh yes, we're the performers. We're a little bit higher class than some of the low-brow performers. We made it to this party after all, sort of style.
Yeah. Okay. So Maeve is trying to look bored and like flipping her hat.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Just looking like I belong there. Like I'm. But I don't have an instrument, so I don't know. She doesn't know what she's gonna do.
Trying to look cool as possible.
Yeah,
I'm hand over a recorder, so she could look like she's tuning the recorder like a little. Right?
Yeah. I'm looking at it like yeah. There's something wrong with it. I'm kind of loosening and tightening it at the joints and.
Is that right? If I turn it here, is it better? Oh, yeah.
Great. If you can both give me a performance check.
Gladly.
Fantastic.
We're doing our best to blend.
Hell yeah.
That'll be a 17.
Perfect. So you start to kind of begin your routine, and you take a note of some of the people coming into the room. Maeve, you are handed a flute. Did you say you handed her a flute? Sorry, I missed that. The instrument.
A recorder?
A recorder, but it could be a pan flute, something more.
Yeah, you've played this instrument before in your life, but you do your best at like acting as if you know what you're doing and start like just tooting a few random notes here and there. But you leave the majority of the work to Ava. She seems to be controlling the room quite well with the music she's playing right now.
Do you have and I pantomime a tambourine as best as I can because I don't know what it's called. Like, do you have the? Yeah. I'm doing like claps. Like, do you have this?
Shaking your hand as you do it.
I think I can do this one. I've seen this one before.
Perfect. And Ava's just gonna be like, is there anything in the room that I could MacGyver a tambourine or a cowbell together with?
Roll for tambourine.
roll for tambourine. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, that's going to be a 23.
Definitely. So there's like stuff laying out on the tables. There's like cups and pots and things like this, and you can definitely find something to make a bell type instrument out of. You just have to empty out like some flowers out of a little pot, and it just you can make this kind of bell, more cowbells type situation.
I don't really, not the shaky like shimmer bang thing, but I can get you a nice little sort of moment. You know, I could do that for you instead, huh?
I was like, yeah, I think that's more my speed. I give her the recorder back.
She grabs a goblet off the table, a spoon off something else, and it's just holding the goblet upside with the spoon. Perfect. Now we'll have the full sounds that this audience deserves.
Mm-hmm. So I set myself up on the stage, but like clearly behind wherever she's set up.
Okay.
Like I'm a background bell dancer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, so yeah, you do like there's a guy walking past the stage, kind of like just taking it in, and he seems to be holding a drink, just waiting for proceedings to begin. And he kind of smiles at you, Ava, as he goes past, and his eyes come past you, Maeve, just like going ding, ding, ting, ting, and there's a slight like. But he just passes and lets it lie, you know, acoustics and whatnot. So yeah, you seem to be pulling it off so far, Corgi. You stroll into the room, you can hear the wonderful sounds of Ava's song and some cowbell in the background. And this room has more people in now, so it seems a couple of people have filtered in while you've been upstairs. Proceedings haven't quite started yet, but there's definitely people in here. What are you doing right now?
As any like fancy looking people walk past me, I'll just like nod. I'm like, dude and dancer, reggae genitalia. Reggae genitalia, people, reggae genitalia. Hello?
As you walk past, two of the gentlemen that you do walk past, they smile and they go, "Oh, the dude, you're that gladiator, yes." Oh, and they shake your hand as you come past.
I squeeze it really hard.
One of them's like, "Oh, yes." As he kind of just gently, just kind of raining glitter down on them as you shake the hands, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting."
It's a fashion. Yes.
Is it? Ah, yes, yes. Well, yes, I'm not keen on the fashion of your lot, but yes, I mean, you did a great show. You did a great show. It was marvelous. Very, very gory. Very gory. I liked that a lot. Yes. I do have a friend who would love to meet you. He's actually over there. So I'll introduce you later. And he's like, "Oh, it's the Doom Dancer," and they turn and almost immediately stop looking at you, and they're on with the conversation. It's like, "Can you believe that it's going to be we're going to have a blank? They bring you a blank in here." So, and he says, "I don't believe it. It's going to be fake. It's going to be a fake." As you, what do you do? I mean,
can I look towards the person he said he wanted to introduce me to?
Mm-hmm.
And see, just scope him out a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of just gestured over to a guy over on the far side of the main stage, who seems to be standing with a drink, just looking at the 5 kind of white plinth platforms that are currently rested on the stage. And he's just kind of sitting and kind of just taking in the area and looking around. He looks relatively well off. Give me an insight check as you look across the room.
8.
Yeah, he just looks like a upper trade district ponce, basically. Kind of the kind of clothes where they're clearly fancy, but not quite fancy enough. But there is the detailings of, Draskin influence that a lot of upper trade district people wear, to try and copy the people who come out of the trade district every now once in a while, because they try and copy their fashion trends and whatnot. But yeah, just seems a bit of a smarmy dude, big long beard, and just watching over, waiting for things to happen. And as you're looking over the party, Dusan, you're just standing in a corridor right now. Are you going to be waiting for anything in particular? Are you going to move?
Staying here.
Just going to stay here on this corridor
Is he monologuing?
to himself?
I'm in such a tight spot because
You just made me think of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Damn. Tight spot. Damn. What do you want to do? I mean, you can just wait there.
I mean, we're just so split up, man.
I'm trapped in a room.
Very, very split up.
We need a
we're
leader.
Split up. It's not a solo mission, right? So I'm gonna fall back. Since I kind of already got like the free pass to get the fuck out of here, I'm gonna use that as a get the fuck out of here opportunity. And I'm gonna track some of this glitter that kind of it looks like it overlaps some other glitter. Looks like maybe we walked this way and he's gone this way too. So I'm gonna try to track some of this glitter.
Perfect.
To find the homie.
Okay, sweet. So you head back.
We're never
down
getting
the
lost
stairs,
again.
Fink's never gonna get out of the ceiling.
Fink's just chilling in the dark.
He lives there now.
Well, and you come out the stairs, following the trail of glitter, and it leads you back down into the hallway where you can actually see Corgi is currently standing kind of in the middle of the room, just kind of standing. Yeah, just nodding at people, and you see people are smiling at him, and as you're standing there, just to say, there's what I'll say is for this whole thing, a general passage of time with this. It's not like a turn-by-turn basis type thing. So as you're standing there, there are people kind of like greeting you, but you get the general sense of a little bit of engagement and interest, but then most of the people there are a lot more interested in what else is happening. You're very much a secondary distraction for a short period of time, and then they'll carry on with whatever they're doing. And you approach, as you see Corgi is currently just like, just people are greeting him and shaking his hand, and you can hear the music as you enter the room, Dusan, and the light tinking of a cowbell.
Okay, so they are here. He is here. I need to relay this information to everyone.
Could be difficult.
Yeah. Well, I have an idea. I want to try to make a clandestine exchange of information with Corgi here. I'm just gonna be kind of chilling, looking like a little bit off to the distance. Hey. Super not move my lips. Hey.
I mean, you can move as well if you want to.
Yeah, I was standing right there.
I would turn my back to him, but keep talking to him with my back to him.
Yeah, perfect.
Read a newspaper.
Yeah. I'm pointing out, looking in my briefcase or something. Found the Mogwai room.
The what?
The Mogwai room. Room with the Mogwai.
What's a Mogwai?
The thing we came to get.
Do you mean the blank?
Shut up. That's not no code word.
So anyway, it's called a blank.
Second floor. Stairs, gold handle door. One guard.
One of the blokes told me that they're bringing it out maybe tonight. He said, I can't believe they're bringing a blank.
Mogwai.
Blank. It's called a blank.
It's called a Mogwai.
No, it's not.
Just call it a Mogwai.
But it's not the name.
I don't care.
All right. Well, let's just fucking play pretend then. Let's just fucking play pretend then.
Yes, play pretend. Yeah, the Mogwai.
Fine. Yeah, they might be bringing it out. What do we do?
We gotta get it into the room before they bring it out.
How do we get there?
It's just the stairs. You were just right there. It's across from the
We
car.
gotta
You
go
just
get up the stairs. Can you
knees. You got knee problems.
No, they. Well, they do kind of hurt sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, from the fighting.
When it's cold, it gets
I
really.
understand it's age.
Yeah, but anyway, that's not the point. How do we? What about the guards?
Okay, now walk away.
Okay.
I just shrug.
Can you both give me a stealth check?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, because we were being
whispering.
sneaky.
Oh no.
Shouldn't have said the word. Black
Oh
over it.
shit! Look at that crit.
Nice.
How'd I do?
20.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
shit.
job.
Yes, perfectly
Yeah, so
clandestine.
I am
You guys
sneaky.
were pretty sneaky with this. You don't, from what you know, just doing it the way you did it, you don't think anyone picked up on the conversation or anything like that. So, and then you go your separate ways. Cool. So, as you do this, you notice as food begins to be brought out, hot food. So you see there are a number of staff who begin to make their way out of the door. The enforcer comes out first, and he leads everybody over to the table, and they begin to bring food out of the kitchen, one by one, over towards the table, and they start laying out food. And yep, so you can just see this train of people coming out, and they're bringing hot, steaming food. Smells delicious as they bring it out.
I beeline it for the table.
For the food table.
Yep. What are we working with?
So you're seeing there's all sorts of like meats and chickens and slabs of pork and bits like this. There's like very, very finely cooked sort of rare meats that you generally don't really get on.
No vegetables, right?
There's some little bowls of veg, but there's not
Disgusting.
a lot.
About taters, though.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
plenty
love.
of potatoes. Oh yeah, plenty of potatoes and stuff like that. There's a potato like mash, and there's like full-on potatoes. They've got like chips. It's like loads of different varieties of food as well. Where is my note? There it is. Cool. So yeah, and you can just there's a waft of steam that comes out of the kitchen and smoke as it's kind of just this hot air bursts out into the cool room. And yeah, and you see as some of the posher people do start, all the staff run back into the kitchen. The guard actually stays, the enforcer, he stays in the room, and kind of watches as people begin to make their way over to the table. And he kind of doesn't smile, but he just professionally kind of stands there, arms crossed, just kind of nodding at people as they approach. And you can see as the guy with the shorter hair is actually still pacing quite a lot, and he looks a little bit more distracted. He's the guy who's quite casual. He's doesn't seem to be too formal whatsoever. But he's just walking around the floor, keeping an eye on stuff. And you do see, like I say, as people start to approach the table next to you, Corgi, and they're like, like people like, oh, some odd moments where like people notice that you're like you've got you're splattering glitter about and stuff.
Oh
and
my
like,
god.
Oh god, okay.
Contaminating the
yep.
meats.
Does anyone look impressed?
Give me an insight check.
Oh, that's not going to be good. 3.
Yes, everybody. They all seem very impressed with your outfit, and the glitter especially is like pièce de résistance type thing. It's like something they've never seen before. Yeah.
Every time someone like freaks out a little bit, I'm just gonna like look at them and have kind of a smarmy smile on my face and just nod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unexpected trendsetter. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's me, whatever. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna grab a pork chop and a steak, and I'm gonna put some mashed potato in the middle of them and make a little sandwich for myself out of all of that. And while I'm doing so, I get a lot of glitter in the mashed potatoes. Not gonna too much, but then I noticed that
Glittery mash.
yeah, like I noticed that, and so I like quickly just grab the spoon and give it a quick stir, and then I'll walk away.
So you've got okay, cool. So you've got some glittery mash. Let me just see if no, it doesn't. So it doesn't look like the guy, the enforcer standing at the end of the table, notices. You do know his name actually. He's called Tori. He didn't seem to notice you getting glitter all up in the mash and then stirring it. But it's one of those moments where you stir, and then you turn around and he kind of like just looks back over and you're facing the opposite direction. And he just kind of looks back across the room. And as he does look back across the room, you do notice that there are some individuals entering. As they enter, you see that both of the enforcers take immediate note, and kind of eyes are on them, and you see a bunch of the people who are currently in the room. They all kind of turn to again take note of these people attending the actual party. So first of all, you see just them here. Someone who you may recognize, you may not know who he is, but you do recognize some of the people with him. So entering the room, you first see there are 4 individuals. One older looking rugged gentleman, sort of dark shaggy beard, and he's fairly well armored. All 4 of them are. There's seemingly no set like uniform, but they all have a similar coloring. So they have this kind of like bronze and red kind of coloring to kind of associate themselves, but they're all very well armored. And you recognize these as toolbox mercenaries. They've got a little symbol on their arm which kind of designates them as mercenaries for the toolbox. And all 3 of them come in very kind of quiet, formal. They don't really talk to anyone as they come in. They sit down around the table. You see as one of the staff comes out of the kitchen, walks up to the table, and you would probably you wouldn't necessarily overhear it, but you would definitely see him kind of leans down, gestures to them, goes and gets them some drinks, and brings them back to the table before coming back to the kitchen. After that, is anyone doing anything at that point?
Has anything happened?
Just continuing on your business
in the room that I'm hiding in?
So where you're hiding in, you haven't heard anything more. Let me think about where you were. Actually, give me a perception check.
All right. Give me a moment. Perception. 13.
Okay. So you hear some muffled voices and footsteps coming from below you, and some stomps and some slamming. There's some movement and there is activity going on in the room below you. It's a bit hard to make out specifically what's happening, but there's definitely more than one individual in the room below you. The one that you came from. However, you don't hear anything happening upstairs.
Okay, so the room that I can exit to, I do hear people in it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait until I hear one of them leave, and then I'll make my move. So whenever that happens.
Cool. So you're waiting to see one person leave.
Yeah, once he's alone, I'll make my move. Or if they're both gone.
Okay. Cool. So you hang out there for a little bit, just kind of listening to the noises as they're dealing with something in the room, and you begin to see.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask those guys who walked in. Are they sitting at a table? You said.
Yes.
Can I sit at a table like near them with my back to them while I'm eating and try and just see if I hear anything while I'm.
You can. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Of course.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, you can sit right here.
Hell yeah.
I would like to be doing something. Are Ava and Maeve are playing music, right?
They are.
Yes.
Ava is.
Okay.
And
Maeve
Eva's
is
also
playing-
looking out for like
Hey,
a
Bell.
event planner.
You're looking out.
Okay,
for
so Dusan is gonna try to get Maeve's attention, right? So that he can convey a message to her through Thieves' Cant, since he knows that she speaks that he doesn't know if Ava can. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
So-
Just give me a perception check, Maeve. Brilliant. And if you can give me a sleight of hand check, Dusan.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, so easy enough. So Maeve, you see Dusan kind of across on the opposite side of the room, and he starts doing some dance moves.
Okay, I'm still hitting my overturned goblet.
Wait, is he gonna do the classic now from that as well? A little bit of the 70s, 80s? What is that move? What do you call that move where you just swing your arms out like that?
The Naruto.
The Naruto, the anime run dance.
I was like, hey,
You get that thing I sent you?
baby's upstairs. There's a couple guards. We can sneak up there, get it, and leave all of us. That's what the twirl was. Also to pee.
Cool. So
Okay.
you understand all that from his Thieves' Cant dance moves. So yeah, you get that information across.
Okay. At the next break or between songs, I'll get Ava's attention and I'll let her know that Dusan says what we need to do is upstairs. There's guards. Dusan things.
Okay, you can do it on stage.
Yeah. I you know, when she sets her lute aside or something between between songs, I'll find a moment to do that.
Quietly.
Very quietly.
Stands out so hard on one of the songs that a string breaks, and now she's fixing the string because she just went that hard. You know, it's like full metal.
What I'll say is, as you clang and snap one of the strings, you do hear a very flustered Seville run out of the thing, just like running from the corridor. I don't know where Seville seemed to have lost her. So, but she runs out. She runs out into the room. She's like, and you can just see the shock on her face. And she's like, and like she's kind of gesturing. Give me actually, you don't need an insight check for this. She's checking if everything's all right. There's panic on her face.
Don't worry, I bought plenty of spares. Plus, if worst comes to worst, and I have to give people like their little intro songs, you know, like, hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and our pals. Please, just, you know, when they do the title thing, when they enter.
Don't worry about that. Just hurry up. They're coming in now. So chop. And she kind of she runs off and she goes to speak to one of the other staff and she's like, bring that over. And she's like kind of flustering about the place. And as you're kind of retuning, you do see a number of individuals enter from the opposite side of the hall. And I would say you recognize... Who's in the room right now? Dusan. I'm trying to think. You recognize these people? I'm not. I don't think you know who they are, to be honest. If I'm being
Facial recognition, but not necessarily name.
Exactly. And as they enter the room, you do see that like anybody who was in the vicinity, they move immediately. Everybody just backs out of the way and they begin to walk into the room. Now, these three are quite clearly from within the Draskin city. These were people who were with the general. You've also seen them at the arena. They were watching the fight. And these are... The way I'll describe them and how they're dressed is they're dressed in Draskin army regalia. There's a woman with long silver hair and she looks very stern, no smile. She's just, it seems like all like business. But she's semi-armored. It's quite floral and customized armor, less than like a normal soldier would have, but she does have decent armor, like half plate. Whereas the guy who's with her, who is very tall, long, spindly, he's wearing a long black coat with a red inline. He doesn't seem to be wearing any armor whatsoever. He has extremely long gray hair, which is tied up at the back, and a very floral necktie. As they all walk in with a singular guard, another Draskin guard who's with them, who looks very, very gritty, I would say. He's 100% looks like a well fought soldier. He's definitely had some experience. And they walk into the room, and they begin just kind of looking around. They're taking in the ambience, taking in the room as they walk round the edge. They walk past you, Dusan. Good point. There you go. And they walk up to your table, Corgi.
I'll stand up as they approach.
As Corgi stands, Ava's going to subtly start playing Sandstorm in the background.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you stand up, and it's actually the lady who is in front of you as you stand up, and she... just give me an insight check, just for a general vibe.
Natural.
Ooh, can I do it too? Because that's what I was going to ask.
Yes, you can, yeah. Oh,
we're so
perfect.
smart right now, dude.
Oh my god.
She looks you up and down, and there's a flash of recognition, and she nods as you stand up, and then turns and sits down. And you see she sits down, and there's a gentle frown for a moment as she just dusts the table off. And then
she loves it.
You see as the other two of them sit down right next to her. Now they go around this table, and you do get a kind of a slightly stern glance from the guard, but it's a very momentary glance as he's almost doing a security check on you, like an ocular pat down. And they don't really interact with you whatsoever. The vibe that you get from them is they're here for business. This isn't a fun engagement for them. They're here for business. That's what you get. Yeah, that's the vibe you're getting from them.
I'll finish off my last bite of my food, and then I'll go, I fucking hate these things, don't you?
She turns, she goes, yes. And actually, if you want to give me a perception check for when you were sitting there, listening to the toolbar.
Not as good at all. 9.
So you hear what you would hear is the guards aren't really saying too much. There's a guy just to the left of the one who looks slightly different and out of place, and he's clearly the leader of this group, and he's talking quite loudly, and he's just like, his fucking drinks are awful. Right, when's the fucking party gonna start? I'm bored. This is real boring, right? And he's looking to like, oh, music's not too bad, though, It's all right. He's kind of blabbering on, talking to his people. And the other guy is generally just going, yeah, oh yeah, sure, yeah, just confirming everything this guy says. Cool. So you stand up, from there, Fink, give me a perception check.
All right. 17.
Okay. So you hear what you would consider a set of footsteps leading out of the room.
All right, I'm gonna very stealthily.
What I would say is I was gonna say you won't know without checking.
Yeah,
if
I'm
there
gonna
is someone
check.
in that
So
room or not. Yeah.
very stealth-like. I'm gonna like Mission Impossible hang upside down, kind of out of that hole, and just take a look at the room that I'm in.
Okay.
that they're in.
Cool. Give me both a stealth check and a perception check. I need them both.
All right, so stealth, 23, and you
Very
said
nice.
perception.
Yes, please.
Fuck, 3.
Okay, so
Coast is clear.
what I'll say is you can't hear anything, but the door to the bathroom is now closed. So you also can't see into the actual bedroom of this place. But in this room, you don't. Oh, actually, I'm still there. You don't see any glitter.
I don't see any glitter.
No.
Corgi has not been here yet.
This coin is the bit. I know he said it's not magical, but like it's magical, maybe. So many uses.
It's like a magical GPS, but
Yeah, I'm never,
glitter precise locationary device, you know?
never gonna get lost in the markets again.
So while he's figuring something out,
Go up to the guy at the front with the microphone. Attention, Dusan, we've got a corgi looking for you.
I'm getting a real like dinner
License plate number.
dinner with the schmuck, or not schmucks, but whatever that movie was about where they bring like a dumb person to dinner.
I think you had the name right.
Is it Dinner with the Schmucks? Or Dinner for
Schmucks.
Yeah, Dinner for Schmucks.
Like I'm
Yeah,
getting
Dinner
that
for Schmucks.
vibe of just Corgi being a schmuck that they brought in so people can look at him.
And personally, I feel like a fashion icon here. Everyone loves me.
And Corgi's in your disguise, right? Like you're not walking around as
He's Doom
Corgi or
Dancer.
doing that. Okay.
Doom dancer.
And does anyone have a
Which is
note
why
saying?
Darude Sandstorm is playing
Yes,
in medieval bardcore tones.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I meant to ask this earlier, but when we were going on the quest to save the blank, did they ever mention to us? Because I'll roll to see if I remember it in character that we can't kill the blank. They want it alive.
They did say that they wanted it alive.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. See, I couldn't remember if they said that or not.
Yeah.
But Fink would
Yeah, so I
remember.
just-
Specified.
to remind you, they did tell you what the blank could do.
Did they? I don't
Which
remember
is-
that.
Crazy.
Yes, a blank creates
Someone did.
energy in its
Yeah,
raw
someone
form.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
notes are coming in handy. I never take
Yeah.
notes, but for once it's coming in handy.
There you go.
And they teleport people when they aren't looking.
Oh
so
shit.
they basically they want it alive because it produces energy in its raw form.
Cool.
Basically what powers the city, but
Spoilers. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Ava knows this. She may not have
Yes.
revealed all of it yet.
Okay. Well, Fink's locked in a bathroom now.
yeah.
Very stealth-like. Gonna try to open the door slightly and check to see if there's anyone in there and to see if the lights are on. Or actually, I can see under the door. Are
Okay.
the lights on now?
No. Lights
Okay.
off.
I'm gonna stealth out. And do they have dark vision?
Who?
The guards.
You don't know that.
Well, I'm letting you know if they don't have dark vision and it is dark, they cannot see me. I'm literally invisible.
Cool. So you open the door?
Yep.
Moment of truth. Fine.
No one in there.
No one's in there. And the room looks clean.
Cool.
Looks like cushions have been replaced. sheets have been replaced, and it looks like the glitter is gone.
Damn, they work fast. I'm gonna tear apart the room again. I'm joking. I'm gonna get up to the door and like the other door and listen to see if I hear anyone outside the door.
Perception check.
All right. So I want to get down to everyone else. 3.
You can't hear anyone on the other side.
All right, I'm opening the door, and I'm also disguised as a guard.
You're disguised as a guard?
Yeah,
Okay.
I disguised self as a guard.
Oh, okay, cool. Hold on a sec. Okay, so you're currently as a Xanto guard in a suit.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So you.
But also a rat.
No,
Open
disguise
the door.
self lets me look like someone else, right?
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Can do that.
Because that's how I was a hot woman the other day.
Right.
Okay, so you open the door, and you're face to face with a large, chunky dude. As the door opens, and he turns around, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was taking a break.
What? Okay, give me a deception check.
Okay. Deception -2. So 2.
He's gonna turn. He's gonna go. Was that you? Fucking messed that room up. Right, come here, and he's gonna grab you.
All right, I'm gonna try to pull him back into the room. I'm fucked.
Oh no.
Okay. Sweet. So, give me a strength check.
Okay, +0 to strength.
You're gonna die.
6.
Okay, give me... So it's a 19 plus 4, so that's sweet. So he grabs onto you. You're currently grappled. As he pulls you out the room. And you see as the guard who's standing at the end of the corridor, he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "This little fucker was in the room. He trashed it." He's like, "It was him." "Oh, you bastard." It's like, "Right, take him. We haven't got time for this." And he starts pulling you out of there and away. He goes, "Where should we take him?" Fuck. And I'm gonna roll to decide what they do. Okay. Fucking lock him up. Xanto will deal with him after. Right, fine. And he starts to take you down. He's like, "You're coming with me."
So I'm
Now,
gonna be
he says,
alone.
"Don't fucking wrestle, or you regret it."
Oh, okay. I didn't do what you think I did. I was just taking a break in a secret hidey spot that I found. I could show you. But I definitely didn't ruin it. The room was nice when I was there. But I was taking a nap.
Okay. Give me you can give me another deception check.
It's
This
not
one
gonna
is
work.
with a disadvantage.
Disadvantage? It's already a 1.
Yeah.
You want me to do it
it's
again?
already a 1, so that's what, yeah, no, he's not
You
listening to you. So he's
solidified that as soon
he's
as you
got you
doubted
gripped
yourself.
Oh,
by the
shit.
arm,
I crit the
and
next one.
He's shoving you down the stairs. That's unfortunate. So he begins to take you down the stairs. So we'll just, if I take you down the stairs. Okay. So he leads you down here.
Can I try breaking the grapple by stabbing him?
You can.
I'm trying my best not to actually fight someone, but I don't want to get.
Technically, yes.
All right, I'm gonna try to break the grapple
you could,
without,
but you would,
like
but you would be
tripping,
stabbing him. So that would be.
without stabbing him.
You could. Oh, without stabbing him, then
Yeah.
you could try and it would be a dexterity or a strength check.
You're
You're
hurting me. You're hurting me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You're hurting me.
Okay, so you come to the
God damn it.
corner. It is a contest, so we'll see what he gets.
Yeah, he better beat an 8.
21. Just stop.
Easy.
Fucking wriggling.
I got tennis elbow. You're hurting me.
Hey, I have tennis elbow. It's not funny, man.
I also have tennis elbow. It's not
He
funny.
continues to take you down the stairs.
All right.
You get taken down to the first floor. Where you as you're coming down the stairs, they do say, like the guy on the desk kind of turns around and he goes, "What's that about?" It's like
The guy behind me,
trashed one
he
of the
fucked up
rooms."
the room and now he's trying to blame it on me.
Shut up! Fucking shut up! He trashed one of the fucking rooms. We're locking him up to after the party.
He's lying.
just
This
stop
guy's with the
being-
resistance.
And you see as he walks over and unlocks this door, opens it up, and then drags you through into what seems to be a long corridor with 3 doors.
And no one else in
on
here?
One side. No, it's just the
Cool.
2 of you.
I'm gonna stab the shit out of him.
Okay, the door is open.
Well, after
this
the
is-
door's-
what
after the
you're
door's
seeing
closed.
Is you can. So the door's not closed. He leads you down the corridor.
What? You live in a
that's,
bond? You're not gonna close the door behind you?
Shut up and get in. And he opens the door there, and
All right. Well,
throws you in there, and you find yourself in a. He like throws you into the room, and you find yourself in a sort of very closed off space with a number of large metal doors, 4 in fact, all along one side of this wall, and you can see that there are tiny little spaces above the doors with little bars in them, and it seems to be some sort of holding chamber.
Cool.
And he goes, "Fucking get in there!" And he moves you towards one of the doors.
yeah, I'm stabbing him before I
and
get in.
unlocks it. Okay, I want you to give me. Okay, I'm trying to think what you do. Let me just give me a second.
He's getting the stabby.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okay. That didn't work, did it? Let me see.
That was damage.
That was
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. Hit the wrong button. There we go.
30. Yeah, that hits. So you stab him.
Oh, mine.
with your
It's
free
just
hand.
28, not 30. Mine. Forget the +2 for
Oh,
archery.
28 still hits.
Yeah.
Please don't die in the jail cell.
Sweet. So
Well, that's 9 piercing damage.
okay. So you stab him, like in his leg. He goes, "You fucking little shit!" And he's gonna shove you into the room. So he's gonna do a shove. Actually, doesn't he may have something with this? Give me a second. Oh right, no, he's just. I don't use shove very much, so I'm just gonna quickly check what your defense of a shove is. I think it's you get both.
Is it like a grapple, just contested strength?
I think it's just contested. It's a contest. Oh no, so this is just strength. So this is just a strength, so you can't choose dexterity. So this is just your strength. So it's a strength contest.
Well,
against
I'm
the
gonna
guy.
roll a crit. So here we go. 20. Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god, you
What
did
the
roll a
fuck?
Really
fucking
well.
He did
crit.
it.
What
Okay,
the fuck,
sweet.
bro? What is up with you today?
I don't know.
You've been like,
Damn.
just
So-
fucking
Right.
Somebody nerf him. Damn.
Yeah, he gets in front of you and he shoves you, but you like kind of slam your arms back against the door frame.
Yeah.
He's trying to shove you into the cell. and
Bracing
you
myself
don't
with
get
my arms
pushed
and my
back.
tail.
Yep.
I want to.
And so he just says, you just see him as like you kind of stand off against each other in this small corridor, and he just cracks his knuckles and he just goes, "This will be a lot easier if you just settle down."
I'm gonna stab him again.
Okay.
And if I can, I want to slide a hand any kind of keys that I see that he has.
Okay, interesting. So I would say you can do one or the other, because it would take an action to try and steal keys from him. So
Okay.
if you can either.
Well, I'm gonna
attack
stab him
or try
again.
and steal his keys.
I'm gonna stab him with that 16,
That hits.
and that's another 8 piercing damage.
Okay. So you just slice him again.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna try my best because I'm no longer grappled, correct?
You are still grappled.
Am I still
You
grappled?
haven't
Okay.
broken out of the grapple.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. He's gonna try and shove you again. In that case.
Oh man.
So if you can give me another strength check.
All right.
You have to beat a 15.
16.
Bang! He's just trying to just shove you against this thing, but you.
Look, I was just trying to take a break. I don't know why you're being such a dick.
I swear to God, I was just taking a break as you stab him.
I know you have family you want to get home to. This is not how you do that.
As
I have a
as
wife.
You do that. You hear a voice, coming from the cell next to you, and you just hear, "Huh? Kill him! Kill him! Yes!"
Wait, is that Zen 2? Oh no.
So
Zen
it's your
2?
turn. It's your
Hell
turn.
yeah.
All right.
Oh my God.
So
boy.
I'm gonna try my best to break out of the grapple, since I'm still
Okay,
grappled.
You can give me a strength or dexterity check.
All right, I'm gonna dex it. 13.
It's not enough.
Finally.
It's not enough.
Even with a +5. Come on, dice.
Yeah, he got a crit, so
Okay.
29.
Is there anything else I can do? Was that my action?
That would be your action, yeah. So you'd have a bonus action.
I don't have anything I can do on a bonus. So
Okay. So he's literally gonna shove you again. Which is a 22.
yeah, I'm not gonna beat that time. Fuck.
Finally pushes you back into the room
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
against the wall.
Well, luckily that's his action. He can't shut the door.
Slams the
About
door
how
shut.
the consequences of our actions are going to be worse.
Stop.
Can he shove me and then slam a door in the same turn? Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Interacting with the door is an object interaction, so he can
Damn.
indeed do that.
Do I get an attack of opportunity since he's moving away?
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to figure a way out.
He shoved you in there, so yeah. And you hear, "No!" He goes, "You little fucking bastard!" Right, we'll deal with you later.
I'm gonna
And
shoot him
walks-
through the
starts
bars with my
walking out.
crossbow.
This is a difficult shot if you want to try and shoot him as he's walking away.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna try to shoot him while
give it a
he's
try.
walking away.
He hasn't disarmed you with the crossbow, so
Cool. Can I add a sneak attack to that since he doesn't see me coming?
I'll say
I will-
You're going for everything, aren't you, Doc?
I'm trying to get out of here.
If you can give me a stealth check over his passive perception, which is 10.
He's perma-flirting
14.
Toc's like,
Then
could I
yes.
just really quickly multi-class into a cleric so I can pray to my god and have
Please?
him help me out of this situation?
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you can fire.
Okay.
Deus
I'm also
Ex Machina.
gonna give myself -5 in sharpshooter just to be safe.
Okay.
Do I need to
So
roll for
that's-
disadvantage? Did you say? Because I can
Huh?
roll again if you need me to for disadvantage.
No, it's not disadvantage. It's just a really difficult shot. So okay. So that's well above what I would have said. You needed over his AC to be able to hit that because he's essentially at like I'm essentially counting it as 3/4 cover. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? So he has +5 to his AC, which means he's currently on much higher AC. But 25. What is that? 25
It's 25
minus
minus
3.
3.
So 22. That definitely hits.
Okay. And then it should be I forgot to add the sneak attack and stuff to that. I'll just roll it again.
So that's got 1d6 plus 5 dex.
It also will have
1
plus 10 to
1.
that, so that's 23, and then whatever sneak attack 1d6. So I can roll a 1d6. So 13 plus 4 plus 10 is how much damage I just did to that guy.
So 23, 27. Jesus. So you just fire off a bolt through the bars of this door and straight into the back of this guy's shoulder. He just goes launching forwards into the wall opposite him. You can just see him in the thing, and he's just like, oh! He goes, fuck, and he just like he's kind of limping, and you can see the blood splatter all over the wall. He's like, and you can see he sounds like he is in agony as he limps off to the right, off down the corridor, and gone, and you are left
Damn
in a
it.
cell
Okay.
on your own.
Racking up charges.
It's fine.
So let's take it back to the main hall. So while this was all happening, more people arrived at the party. So we had, as you were all kind of mingling, Dusan, where are you hanging out at this point in time? Just so I know kind of idea of where people are. We've got Dusan and Corgi currently here in the middle of the room. Where would you be mingling as the party goes on?
Well, I did also with Corgi identify those people as being here, not necessarily for what's going on, but potentially some ulterior motives. So I hang out kind of like I don't want to like sit with them, but I want to be like maybe like chilling kind of near where they're at. I don't want to like get in like maybe like at the edge of this little 5-foot square.
Just like loitering around the table type thing.
Okay.
Are you trying to be like very stealthy casual about it, so you they don't really pay attention to you?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just trying to like Assassin's Creed blend, right? So I might maybe talk to a passerby like, hey,
Yeah.
right on.
You can either give me a stealth or charisma check. It's up to you to see how well you kind of just blend in with the crowd.
Fuck.
Not great. Cool. So at that point, you do get some kind of like, you notice some side looks from the three of them at the table. None of them say anything to you, but you definitely get very clearly noticed by all three of them. The gentleman who is long, skinny and thin, you get the gist that he doesn't like you being around him. He's kind of like, turning his side to you and this kind of thing whenever he gets his chance. So he seems to be avoiding you quite a bit. Corgi, what are you doing? Mingling?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like, I've been trying to sort of casually chat to these people who are at the table with me, and like get them, to.
In that case,
comfortable.
I'd need a charisma check from you.
Okay. I can do that. Let me roll first before I do anything. Okay, that's not bad. That would be a 16, but I'm going to use an ability, and I'm going to have to check on it really quick. I'm going to use... Work the No, not work the crowd.
Work the crowd.
Not work the crowd. There's one where I can add...
Work the stage. We have
Pop that pussy.
work the pole.
You can spend... Before you... Oh, I have to do it before I make the charisma check. Never mind. Yeah, 16.
Okay. So you get what I'll say is that while you're chatting to them, essentially, how do you approach them? Like how would you?
Well, we were already sitting at the table together, weren't we?
And then you stood up to let them sit down.
Oh, I was standing up to like.
She sat in your seat.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was standing up as like a hello, and then I would sit back down with them. Like
She sat in your seat. Yeah.
Bitch.
And so you were left standing.
Okay. In that case,
would you try and sit? If you want to try and sit back down, you can try and sit.
If there's a spare seat, I will try and sit back down.
There is one spare seat. Yeah. So
Yeah.
sit back down at the table. So you get a stern look from the guard. The guy, skinny guy, kind of looks at you, and the woman goes, "Do you mind?"
Not at all. And I just keep sitting there.
Just, this is our table.
Oh,
For the likes of you.
oh, sorry. Who are you?
Please leave.
I just don't see a name or a reserved sign. And I was sitting here before you got here, and I'm the Dune Dancer too. So
You see as the gentleman leans forward, and there's like a moment of pause, and he goes, "We sit wherever we like. Now leave." And then slowly leans back in his table.
may I ask, before I leave, and I shall, to whom do I release my beautiful favorite table in this whole venue? For I must know, for this is my table when usually right now, but now I'm leaving, so I want to know.
Give me a persuasion check.
And small reminder that Ava did pat him on the back before he went in again with guidance, and probably by playing on the stage might have bardic inspiration ?
I'll allow it. As you are watching out and keeping an eye on the kind of the plan, the overseer of the plan here.
I am going to...
What plan?
Before I make this roll, now that I know, I'm going to spend a moxie point to add my strength modifier to my persuasion roll.
Okay.
Which is an ability I can do in my Persona Libre.
Yep.
23.
Very nice. So they continue to give you like a cold kind of response. Mira turns to the like taller guy, and he goes, "I am from Genco, within the Draskin city."
Well, as I'm sure you know, I am not from the Dreskin City, so you will have to,
He goes,
enlighten me. So, like, what's that?
"None of your business,
What if I...
but well above your station. Now leave before you have trouble."
Okay, I'm gonna...
And the
look
guard
at them.
kind of like straightens up next to you and gives you a real like glaring look. And Mira turns away.
Before I go, I'm just gonna like shake some glitter everywhere and then turn around and walk away.
Okay. Oh, you get like a scoff. Oh,
He wants to go to jail with me.
Prince.
And then I will go and stand like I'm watching the music play, but I'm like listening to hear if anyone's talking about some. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go sit down next to the guy who wanted to meet me.
Oh, okay, over here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just kind of like still just waiting by the main stage, you know, drinking a glass of bubbly. But as you go and sit down, you do see some more people arrive. So the first thing that you see is actually there are a number of individuals who walk in. Tough-looking individuals you recognize immediately. First one to enter the door is a large-looking member, very brazenly wearing the Coney Gang flag on his arm, along with a slightly younger member, along with Tamo Ran, who comes behind them with a big grin on his face, and he just comes in and goes, "Well, this is a party, isn't it?" And then they all come in. They lock eyes with you, sitting down at the table, and come over, and then they sit down.
I look at them and I say, "Do you mind?"
And he sits down and he does the whole Riker thing. Comes down and he turns the chair around, sits down on it backwards, and he goes,
There was so much more I could have done.
"Not at all, Dune Dancer.
I could have Hunter's Mark,
aren't you?
And some other stuff.
No,
I'm sad.
Backing in the city.
Okay.
Huh? A lot of friends.
Staring at
Back
him.
to the roleplay.
Well, I'm sure we can have a little time after this. We've got some business to attend to here, but yeah, we can handle this a bit later, I think. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, lads? And they go, and you see them, they're all like kind of grinning. Says, "Why don't we get some drinks in, eh? We could celebrate your victory, hey? What do you think?" I'll take that as a yes. Lads, drinks. And they go, "All right."
Stay quiet.
Just here as they bring the drinks around, and they're quite sort of brazenly charming, and they're chatting with each other, and they're being very kind of like rambunctious as you sit sort of silently, and they don't seem to treat you like you're sitting silently. It's almost like they're acting like you're with them, you know, going, "Oh, Dune Dancer, go on, drink up, yeah, we'll have a good time tonight." And there is a level of passive aggressiveness to the whole tone of the conversation. Are you doing anything as they do this?
No, they just got drinks for themselves, right? They didn't like give me one or anything.
No.
Good. I would have pushed that shit away anyway. I'm gonna stay seated there, but I'm not saying anything to these fuckers the whole time. Just sitting there quietly, because I'm not moving from another fucking table for these pricks.
Shortly after them, you do see some extremely recognizable figures. They all come in, big smiles on their faces, apart from one of them who doesn't generally ever have a smile on his face. But the Sand Reavers do appear. They come into the room and look around, and they're very kind of like, they're taking in everything, and like, yeah, well, they've done a good job, eh? We've done a good job. And you just hear, "Is it any different?" It's like, "Yes, of course it's different, Pud. It's just, look at it." And they kind of shuffle in, and they pick out a table over there, and they all sit around it, just kind of, again, waiting for things to begin. And you hear them chatting away to each other. Then almost like it was like they were already here. As you're looking at the Sand Reavers coming in, you do notice that behind them, sitting on a table in the corner of the room, there is 4 individuals, 3 of which are wearing in very dark draped clothing, all very quiet, and they seem to be sitting with a woman in again, all black clothes, but very over the top, with these dark black feathery neck scarf coming all the way around, pitch black hair. Yeah, very drama. She's resting bitch face, you know, very kind of ice white skin. Yep.
She's beautiful.
And she's got that kind of, yeah, she's very beautiful, but she looks like angry all the time, you know. But
And
she's just
that's what
sitting,
makes her.
Peacocking.
That's what makes her beautiful. Is how
and it's
angry
almost
she
like
looks.
they just kind of like, you didn't see them come in. Do you know what I mean? You just notice, oh, they're sitting. There's a whole bunch of people sitting over there. And then last to come in, you do see 3 individuals who you don't know, but you have seen. And they look also wearing clothes very similar to the Draskins, but not necessarily as armor. These are just like custom clothing and stuff, but these are the people that you have seen in the arena. And they come in, you see there is a young boy wearing red and a red top hat type deal. It's very kind of Russian looking, kind of piratey garb, so it's a little bit off kilter, like it's uneven, like leather straps and kind of bits like this with some fancier clothing mixed in there. And then there's a girl who, they look very similar. The boy and the girl, they have very similar features and they're about the same age, but she's a lot more stripped down, so she's wearing very basic sort of just red and black clothes, simple armor over the top. She seems to have a mace with her as well. And they're kind of, they're not stern or anything. They seem to be engaged in the party that's happening, and they smile as they come in, but they're very regal about it. There's a lot of a little bit of pomp to how they kind of approach the room, and they sit down at their own little separate table as well. You can see there is a lot of people mingling around, upper trade district traders and things like this, but you can very clearly see who are the important people who have been, they seem to have been allowed to have their own separate tables in relation to everyone else. However, as you see all these people come in, and you see as they finally sit down at the table, you see as Tori from the corner of the room looks over at Sun Gao and nods, and you see as he disappears off out of sight. Few moments later, you see a number of guards, as well as the gentleman who just left, come back into the room. I won't show it on screen, but they come back into the room one by one, and they seem to be carrying a number of drapes, red velvet drapes of some kind. They're all holding stuff out, and they walk up and come out onto the main platform in the middle of the hall. And everybody stops, and you just see as Turi looks over to you, Ava, and he kind of like holds a finger up.
Ava takes the cue as a professional who has clearly done this before, and does the Oscar fade away of the music?
And as you do that, the guard, they all bring up these things these drapes onto the platforms, and you see as each platform, something is placed onto it, covered in this red velvet sort of drape. These large lights are beamed onto each of the platforms.
Ava's going to try and make eye contact with Maeve to stay on one side of the stage while Ava is on the other, stage right. The big head nod of stage right that everybody clearly understands.
Cool. Maeve, are you gonna try and scoot your way over?
Yeah, I'll scoot.
Scoot. Okay, cool. So you scoot over to the other side of the stage. Now I'm just gonna grab a couple things from. Bear with me a moment. One, two. Sorry about this. I'll be 1 second. So, so you see, as the stuff's brought out, drapes, music kind of dies down. Everyone's, you can hear some murmuring going on. Looking up, you can see the guy, Dante, has left the balcony, and you get as the final pieces are all laid out and the lights are all turned on to each of the spotlights, you just see as Seville comes into the room, she kind of like does like a wind up type direction towards you, Ava. As if like
Wrap it up. Yeah.
build it up.
Oh, build it up. Okay, so yeah, more like the actual Oscar swell of like, I'm gonna get louder to make sure you don't kind and finish your speech. Yeah, that.
Yeah. And as you start to build up and up, just need to.
Think you're important? We're on a crunch.
As it begins to swell, you see first of all, because you're facing in that direction, appearing up on the top of the balcony. I'm sorry, I'm just placing some stuff here. And I've lost there and there. Done. You see Mr. Xanto. Why is this?
Is there any sort of simpleton within reach of Ava right now?
Any sort of simpleton?
Yeah, is there someone who...
I don't think you meant to call him that anymore.
Well, he look anybody who seems kind of dumb, or well, simple.
I mean, you can give me a insight check, I guess, for the people around you to see if there's any simple or dumb people.
Someone who does not look like they have the highest IQ. 22.
Maeve is right behind you.
Judgment check.
Was that meant to be a self-burn? Like...
No, Maeve's not smart.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, no, you look around and the guy who's like standing right in front, he's been paying quite close attention to the music. He's a bit of a toff by the looks of things. Who knows how he's got his money, but it's not like doesn't look particularly savvy by any means, and he's slightly drunk.
Okay, Ava would like to use suggestion to try and suggest to him that his dreams all of this time of being a musician who could maybe make it in this world, despite his high stature and all of this jazz, maybe he could be an artist, maybe he could go for his music dreams and career that he's always wanted, just wants to start to play the lute or the recorder or whatever is around instead of Ava for a bit and have his little 5 minutes of fame so that Ava can maybe sneak away.
Okay. What is your saving? What is this? I know it's a wisdom save. What's he got to beat here? Let's see what he gets.
Okay. I have a 17 wisdom with a +3.
And he's just a normal person, so he gets 11. So he 100%. So you just suggest to him that maybe he should try being on stage, and he goes, well, maybe I should.
I've been preparing for this moment.
I always wanted to do music. Mother would never let me. Okay, yes, I'll do it. And he steps up on the stage. And do you hand him an instrument?
Yeah, Ava will hand over this recorder that Maeve so excellently tuned earlier.
Great.
I did that.
Marvelous. And as you do this, you hear, ladies and gentlemen, and you turn for a second to the guy to see, whoa, that's come out of nowhere, and you realize he's not saying anything. And you look up and you see standing on the balcony above everybody is Xanto. And he's literally standing arms out on the balcony. He goes, welcome to the party, and just does a front flip off the balcony and lands bang on the stage.
Fuck.
Thud. That's not one. That's everybody. That's the Great Hall. Just so you know. And then he lands on the stage, and he's like, welcome, welcome, one and all, to the most wonderful show you're gonna see for quite some time. You all know me, obviously. I'm Xanto. It's a pleasure to meet you all who I haven't met before. We'll have some time to make acquaintance soon, but first things first, I'd like to show off some of my collection that I've got here, starting from one of my oldest, and he goes over, he sees he pulls off a drape of the back corner, and you see there is a cage. And inside this kind of like steel cage, there is a red and black bird, and it looks like it's kind of shimmers in the light a little bit. He goes, this, the last of its kind, only one you'll ever find. I had someone get it right out of the jungles for me, and they didn't make it out, but we got the bird, and this is the only time you'll ever see anything like it. The Firebird. What do you think? And it was like, everyone's like, well, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's nice, nice. He goes, and if you like birds, and he turns over to the other side of the room, the other side of the stage, stomps over.
Ava's trying her best to not twitch in anger.
He goes, this is my hunting crow. And you just hear, and he goes, this has been trained by some of the greatest bird hunters in the whole of the wasteland. This guy could kill a shadow hound if I wanted it to, and he'd come back with whatever I want. That's talent. And you hear, oh, that's pretty cool, pretty cool. And he goes, but here we've got some of the specialties of my collection. And he steps forward, and he sees he dramatically pulls off the front thing, and he goes, this right here, this is a sandworm egg. And you go, oh, and everyone's, oh, there's kind of like murmurs. Goes, if you haven't seen one before, and what you see on this pedestal is a large kind of egg, but it's like, again, about the size of my head, I guess, probably bigger than my head, I guess. And it's like scaled, and it looks like really like solid. It's got these like scaled like edgings all the way up it, and it looks kind of like sandy, like it's got a texture to it. And he goes, this was found by one of the excavators out in the desert. Found in one of those old ruins, dug right down deep in there. Don't think it's still alive, but it's rare as hell. And he goes, and I got something else. And he goes, and swifts off this thing, and he goes, and shows another egg. He goes, this right here is something real special. This is a purple worm egg. Don't make sure to get it too hot. We don't want a worm breaking out up in here. And everyone goes, it's kind of like laughs in the crowd. And he goes, but this is something that's it's very, very difficult to get your hands on. If you go down to the Wormtooth Mountains, you're bound to get yourself eaten. But I got a very special team that picked this up for me. I've had it for a good few years. One of my favorites in my collection. But I know what you're all here waiting for, the pièce de résistance. I know some of you don't believe it's real, so I'll put your worries to rest. And he goes, and just pulls off on the front, and you just see sitting quietly in a cage on the front pedestal, just sat, kind of not moving, big wide eyes, is the blank. And there's just a silence, a big gasp. Everyone goes quiet for a moment, and then there's like a roar of, whoa, it's real, it's real. He goes, like, oh, can he fucking believe it? Hey, can you believe it? They're supposed to be dead. Oh, no, wait. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dawn of a new day. With this blank, we have unlimited opportunities. I know all of you are very interested to get sat down, and we'll talk about things that we can discuss, maybe some contracts or agreements that we have, but as you all know, this little thing can produce pure energy. And with that kind of power, and you see him as he looks around the room, like specifically at some of the people at the tables, he goes, who knows what we can do? Anyhow, please enjoy the food. take in my wonderful collection, and I'll come around and I'll speak to you all individually. And he turns to you, Ava, and he goes, snap, snap, and then steps off the stage. So you guys over on the stage. I will say that the guy who's with you, who's eagerly awaiting, goes, right. And I'm gonna have to give him a performance check just to see how well he does.
I believe in him. He's gonna do so good.
He's got this.
It's not great.
No.
Just do.
I love it.
Just starts playing Game of Thrones.
Very strange looks as he begins to play an offbeat tune on the recorder. Maeve and Ava, what are you doing? As you see Xanto step off the front of the stage, people begin to swarm and surround him. And you see it's mainly the trade district, upper trade district people are moving to him. A lot of the people sat at the tables remain seated at their tables.
I don't know about Maeve, but Ava's definitely going to be moving away from the stage to kind of try and skulk from the shadows.
Yeah, we're gonna let Dude Man on the stage take it away for a minute, and then we're gonna, find somewhere to blend in. I pull my little fancy robe up above my head.
Okay.
And try to sneak off towards Dusan.
Okay. You can give me a charisma or stealth check, depending on how you're trying to just kind of slink off. Perfect. Sweet. So you kind of slink off the side of the stage as this guy playing the accordion or flute recorder seems to be getting quite of attention, but it's not positive. There's some odd stern looks coming from some of the nearby tables at this odd tune coming from the guy on the stage. But you managed to slink off the table towards Dusan without any issue. Okay. What I'll say is, think.
Yeah.
Can you give me a perception check real quick?
Sure. 14.
Okay. So, this room is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's solid concrete walls and then a steel, like a solid steel door.
Did I see him lock the door?
You heard it clang from the
So,
outside.
okay, so it's nothing I could pick, right?
It doesn't seem like it was a pick. It's like a bolt lock. Yeah, from the outside.
Can I try to reach my tail through the bars and pull the bolt out?
You can try. What I was gonna say is, as you were, so when you're in this room,
Mm-hmm.
like looking around with that perception, you would see that there is a little shiny thing in the corner of the room.
Well, I'm gonna go to the shiny.
I knew you would.
I'm gonna have to go to the shiny.
And you see a small, it looks like a small circular, like kind of brassy gold, like clasp thing. As you pick it up, it seems to open.
Put it on, I guess. Like, I don't investigate it, I guess.
No, it's like it. Okay, so you investigate it. It's not anything tricky. You don't need to do a roll for that, really.
Damn.
But that's fine. So that's fine. So you investigate. So you pop this thing open, and it seems to be a locket of some kind. It's got drawings in, and you see there is a drawing of a man, a woman, and a small child.
Does it look like Maeve's family?
I mean, not that you would know.
Okay. Damn. Okay. I guess pocket it and then try to pick my way out.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
There's a locket in my pocket.
11.
Okay, so you reach outside and you try and like fumble around with your tail to try and grab something to unlatch it, but you're like clink clink, and something's holding something in place, and you try and pull something else, clink clink clink, and there's like you can't quite figure out how to unlatch this lock from the inside there, unfortunately.
Okay, well I'm gonna do what all rats do when they're trapped in this kind of situation and try to gnaw my way out.
Just start scratching at the walls.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're in there, and if we go back to the hall, where there's a crowd of people circling around Xanto, what are you all doing? There's a hustle and bustle. You can see he's kind of greeting people, talking to people. The general buzz is that he's like he seems to be making some agreements and trade deals and things like this with people surrounding the blank of sorts. If you'd like to get more info on that, you can try. From where you're sitting, Corgi, you would be able to hear him quite clearly discussing the blank, and how he plans to commodify the fact of the crystals, the energy crystals, and sell them to people, and obviously the power that comes with it to certain individuals or groups who may be willing to pay for it.
Is there anywhere on the platform that the blank is sitting that I can like reach the underside of it without having to like lift it up and cause a scene?
No, they're on like plinths. So it's like a full platform thing which the cage is like sat on, and then he's inside the cage.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so I can't like reach the underside of the cage or anything like that.
No, it's flat on the surface. Like, yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to just move the cage.
And I probably can't do that without being noticed. Huh.
There's a bright spotlight on it, and everybody's looking at it. Yeah. Like there's people surrounding the stage. Like it's
Okay. Fuck, what am I gonna do, bro? What am I gonna do? Are the Coney gang talking about the blank at all?
So as he comes out, you can see. So yeah, the Coney gang, the Tamo would be like, "Oh yeah. Well, look at that. Yeah. Well, that's gonna help us a lot, isn't it? Yeah." I mean, he kind of is smiling and nodding at you, and he goes, "Good times, eh? Good times, Doom Dancer. Yeah. We're gonna be stronger than ever." And gives you a slap on the shoulder.
I fucking hate this guy so much.
Yeah, he's being like so overly friendly to you. It's
fucking
like obnoxious.
hate this guy.
Yeah.
Just stab him.
I'm just.
That's what Fink does, and look what happens.
Yeah, I found Zen too. Just saying.
I'll be honest, you almost killed him, which I thought that would have been hilarious.
And I'm gonna be honest,
with a bolt to the back of the head, it's like, oh, now I'm stuck.
I forgot the hunter's mark, which would have probably done it, and I forgot that dread ambusher gives me 1d8 of extra damage the first time I attack. So
yeah, there you go. You probably could have taken him out, but
I'd still be trapped in a cell.
With a corpse at the door.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go and see if I can hear anything from those strange people, not the like hoity-toity people who came in later and sat at their own table.
This group in the bottom right.
It was either the bottom right or the top right. Oh yeah, the
bottom
right
are the people that you've met, you've seen in the arena. They were training in the arena and stuff like that. They seem to be like common visitors to the trade district by the seams of things. They're definitely Draskans, but they seem to spend reasonable amount of time in the trade district. These people you've never seen before.
I would like to walk up to the pretty scary looking lady.
Yep.
And say, "Come
As
here
you
often."
go, Tamos goes, "Oh, leaving so soon, dude. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, never mind."
I don't even turn my head back and look at him. I just fucking walk away. Fuck that guy.
And you walk over to the table, and as you do, how do you approach? Let me ask. It's important.
I go like this. I lick my fingers. I go like this. And then I fucking.
You're wearing
strut on over.
you're wearing a mask as well, so that's.
Yeah, I'm wearing a mask, but like. Oh
He's
yeah,
going into
wait.
the masquerade eyebrows.
yeah.
I reach my hand up under my mask, lick my fingers, do the eyebrow thing, and then I walk over. I lean one shoulder on the chair, and I go, "Come here often."
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, you're gonna die.
$15.
Oh shit.
Ooh, it's close. I need to hang on.
I gotta check the chair's stats to see if it's gonna fucking slip out from underneath you right now.
15. So you as you kind of lean in, so hang on, if you're leaning into, I would assume the pretty one,
Yeah.
the one sitting down next to you, or next to her, as like before you can lean in, like you're just like it's processing through your brain the motions of I'm just gonna lean in right here, and then suddenly you have a blade to your throat, and you just hear, "That would be a bad idea," in a very soft and quiet voice.
And then I say, "How did you know I was into knife play?"
Give me a charisma check.
I love that's a charisma check.
Yeah, it has to be.
I'm gonna add my strength modifier to that again.
Hell yeah.
This is what you're good for.
A strength modifier to the knife play.
It's just like, it just starts.
I love that you hold it in my throat.
Unsheathe yourself.
That's not good. Did you say I had some sort of, you tapped me on the back or something? Ava, is that still a thing? DM?
Guidance and bardic inspiration are in your favor.
Do I have both of those things? DM.
If you haven't used them, then yes.
So I get what it's a D4 and what else?
And a D6.
A D6. All right, we might be getting somewhere now. Because I don't think a 7's going to cut it. 11.
Not quite good enough, unfortunately. So you there's no more response from her, and she like kind of pulls you and like pushes you out, and you like martial arts twists you around, and then you feel yourself getting pushed forwards, and you're facing, actually, she spins you around, and you find yourself face to face, like kind of shoved into the table, kind of not too aggressively, but just like pushed forwards, and then you kind of bump into the side of Bregor, who is it Bregor? I think it is Bregor. Let me just double check. No, it's Vincent. Sorry, it's Vincent, who is the leader of the Sand Reavers. And like, kind of you jostle, and he looks up and he goes, "Careful there, old chap. Gonna cause some trouble."
That was so hot.
And he kind of looks over his shoulder and he goes, "Are you insane? Do you
What?
have a death wish?"
Depends. Is she the one who's killing me?
And at that point, you hear the younger girl.
Can it be slow and painful?
And so I'll
Some things
describe
never
this group
change.
so you can see, yeah. So around this table, you see so Vincent, the guy you're talking to, is a very stern-looking dude who has long, dark hair, very straight, and a beard, and he's got like one of those kind of constantly. He's like constantly frowning. He's got a wry smile, but he's like constantly concentrating on something. And then next to him, you have Bregor, very well-known archer, who is a little bit kind of aloof, quite chilled out. He actually looks a little bit more like he's from the northern jungles. He's got a lot of animal furs that he seems to wear over his shoulders and down his legs. Very light armor pieces coming from underneath those, and a very well-crafted bow on his back. He's got kind of short mid hair and little pointy ears that come out from his kind of light grayish hair. Abigail is the youngest of the group, and she's got bright pink hair, very bubbly, very sort of friendly attitude. She's also very tricksy. She's known for messing about with people and pulling tricks on people. And then you have the large lug Bregor, Tug, who is basically
me.
A meat house. Yeah, he's basically
Me.
Giant hammer, drinking away. And as Abigail you say that, Abigail goes, yep, they'd be killing you all right, or worse. So I wouldn't just stay away from that lot if I were you.
Would it be a slow death?
No, you
Damn it.
you probably either a fast death or lots of pain. You one or the other, I would assume.
Oh, who are they?
She turns around and you see Vincent just looks and goes, we don't talk about that.
I would know all their names, right? Because they're famous.
You would,
Sand
yes.
Reavers. And okay, all right, I'll walk over to Tug. On my way over, I'd like to grab a couple of things of ale, and
Okay.
I want to put one down in front of him and be like,
Tug. I'm sure you've heard of me. I've certainly heard of you. I've always wanted to swap tales with someone as great as yourself. Would you like to come over in the corner, have a drink with me, and we'll have a chat?
You see, he's got like, you put a thing down, and he's currently drinking from like a large bottle, and he's like, I don't have a tail.
Yeah.
What's my tail, Vincent? No.
I've got tripped up on that before, so I got you. Stories.
Oh, you want more stories?
Yeah, we can tell each other stories about like all the fucking cool shit we've beat the fuck out of.
Well, I am a great storyteller. I don't
can
really
tell.
know why we're even here, I'll be honest. But yeah, all right, we're drink involved. I'm in, let's go. Yeah. And he's like, Vincent's like, it's all right, yeah. And he's like, just leave him. And he follows you. He said, where are we going?
I just find like, I know there's no secluded area, but a semi-private sort of little area, and I want to swap some.
I mean, the most private area is over behind these people who just tried to stab you.
No, far away from them. I'm particularly trying to go out of earshot from those people specifically.
So you can take him over to buy the actual.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit? The band.
balcony thing. Oh, the band thing.
Stand.
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, yeah, and I'll stand close enough for Ava to hear me, and Maeve if they're still there.
Yeah.
And we'll, swap some war stories. I'll tell him about the time we killed 15 alpha hounds and, whatever. And
there is a guard nearby, kind of just like standing by the window, just so
Yeah, that's okay. And then I'll very casually, as we've been sort of swapping stories, to be like,
yeah, and it's like 50-50. Oh,
it was fucking nuts, mate. It was like, and they were exploding. I crushed one's head with my fucking hands. It was sick.
That's crazy. Did you hear about the ape people?
The what?
They're like apes. Don't really know. I don't really understand. Yeah, they're causing trouble apparently, but they're like big, massive.
Massive apes. I would like to fight one.
Yeah, but they use weapons. I don't really understand it. I'm gonna go. We're gonna head up there some point soon, and we're gonna kill some.
Well, be careful. If you need help, 15%. We're kind of up and comers, but anyway, yeah, it's we would love to work with the Sand Reavers,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Like always.
Right. You got me there, yeah.
Anyway, so That scary lady, your friend seemed like a little bit too scared to talk about her. What's the deal?
Give me an insight check.
16.
So he like kind of you see him like a visual gulp, and he's like, yeah, we don't talk about.
Well, I know, but like, I mean, come on, mate. We're kindred spirits. I mean, like, we're just swapping stories. I'm just curious so that I don't.
No,
you know.
no, it's not a story. It's not a story. That's secret. It's different.
It's just. Well, no one
tell secrets. I can't tell secrets. Vincent, kill me.
All right. What about this? You're a gambling man.
I am.
And I know you're a drinking man.
I am.
Best out of 3. Drinking competition. If I win, tell me who they are. If I don't, keep your secret.
Give me a persuasion check. Not an easy one.
I'm adding my strength modifier again.
But he's not the smart either, so.
Natural 20!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's alright. If it's a contest,
Yeah.
alright. But I'm not gonna lose, so I'm not worried.
Right,
Alright, go on.
yeah,
What are we
alright.
drinking? What are we drinking?
I'm gonna try and find. Well, what do they have? What alcohol do they have?
They've got like ales, wines, like champagne. They've got a whole collection of all sorts on the tables here.
What was he drinking?
Classics.
In that bottle?
A big bottle of wine.
Wine? Not wine. The
Okay.
ale with bubbles. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like bubbles. You know.
Doesn't
No.
all ale
I
have
don't mind
Yeah,
bubbles.
that's what I'm
I like
talking
bubbles. I like all alcohol, really.
extra carbonated ale?
Oh, what is
Hey.
it? Best of 3.
Best of 3. That's this many.
Right, that many. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, line them up.
All right.
So he brings them over and lines them up on the stage here. Don't know why I'm doing it on this screen. Boop. And so right in front of the guy playing that terrible flute, clarinet. But he lines them up, so you got 4 each.
Well, I think we have 3 each, right? I just held up the wrong amount of fingers because I'm an idiot.
Wait, I mean, he got 4.
Oh, he got them. Okay, yeah, fucking hell yeah.
3 each, best of 3.
All right.
Okay. All right. Go. So his first one.
Con, right?
Thing here. Yeah. Is a 9.
14.
Okay. Chug chug. It's like a one after the other. Chug chug. Yeah.
10.
3.
Oh.
Okay. 12. Again.
4.
Okay, so that's 2 wins, 1 loss. And again,
Please don't tie this fucking
this is 16.
16.
Okay, so you do tie on that last one, but you are ahead by a hair's breadth on the first one. So as you're kind of both going, slams the last one down, and you're like, you're done. Your cup's already down. Big burp, and he's like, oh, fuck.
I won.
Oh shit.
You have to tell me.
Oh, that's we don't.
Listen, I won't tell your friends you told me, but you have honor, don't you? Don't let it be known that the Sand Reavers don't have honor.
Says no, of course not. Look, I can't. Come here.
What?
Can't say the name
Okay.
because I can't say the name.
Can you sound it out?
No, that's the same thing.
Oh, fuck.
But, they're very dangerous people.
Why? What do they do?
Everything.
You're not helping me out here a lot. Why, basically, you're not giving me anything.
But that's what they do, everything.
Gardening?
Probably.
Fuck. Thought I'd have you on that one, I'll be honest.
Sanitation.
Are they like leaders?
He looks over and he's like,
they're a secret organization.
That do everything.
and he looks at it and he's like,
Yes.
And
Trust me when I say this, Doom Dancer. Don't go digging. It'll be the last thing you do.
right, I'm totally not gonna go digging, but out of curiosity, how does one get in contact with the secret organization through like the proper way?
There is don't do it. Don't talk.
I'm just asking. I'm not gonna do it, obviously.
There isn't one.
Then how did
I shouldn't even be talking.
Listen, we made a deal. As far as I can tell, you haven't held up your end of the bargain.
Well,
So-
what do you want me to do?
I want you
I
to
can't.
say the name.
I can't.
give me a persuasion check. This is a very difficult one.
You got this. Natural 20.
No.
A 3.
Not natural 20. A 4.
I was close.
So, look, I'm a man of my word, but if I tell you, I'm dead. So, that's an easy choice for me to make.
All right. Be on your way then.
And as you've been doing this, shuffling going on around the room, people chatting, what are you doing at this point, Dusan?
Well, I was trying to get some intel from the people here, but if this guy here was annoyed with my presence,
He was.
I want to kind of like nudge Maeve and just kind of like, I don't know, not really point, but like kind of like head nod in that general direction, and then try to make a way somewhere where I can maybe like over, maybe like over here or something like that, where I can kind of see like the entry and exit, like try to make out which way they brought the thing from, if possible. And it's kind of hard.
No, of course you can see. So they basically came from the corridor that you walked down. Basically, they followed this trail of glitter. By the looks of things, from the floor above. Basically,
Shit, and then they probably yeah. I can't just walk back over them and be like, "Oh, hey, man! Oh, oops, came back here again accidentally. I'm sorry."
There's a fight.
All right. I mean, maybe I can. I've been thinking about this the last couple of minutes because I could probably take Maeve over there. I don't know. We can go by ourselves, man. Fuck everybody else.
Can't end up
I'm
any
not
worse than it already
sure.
is. Just saying.
It's this.
Why'd you say that? Surely things couldn't get any worse, he said. That's the classic no phrase, dude.
I know. I'm waiting for an explosion.
It can't get any worse. Waiting.
Also, I'm now in love with the lady from the secret organization.
Yeah, so Tug goes back to his table, just for you guys.
Yeah.
Says we'll have to do that again, all right? But just less threatening stakes.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I hope that we are still friends, because I like you, Tug.
Yeah, you seem all right too. He kind of cheers you as he leaves, and he's like, he just stumbles back over the room. And yeah, so you're left at the stage with Maeve there and this clarinet singer player. Cool. So Dusan, you're over there with. Have you decided what you're going to try and do?
Yeah. I'm gonna come over here by Maeve, and I want to do like a little point, like I'm gonna do like a little point, you know. I'm gonna try to hide my like finger, and I'm gonna point like I'm going over there. I'm going up, going upstairs.
Maeve will follow.
Okay. You see as Xanto kind of like nods and like sort of he waves at Tamo and goes to sit down with the Draskins, and they begin talking. So you follow Dusan, and where are you going, Dusan?
Oh, I'm going back upstairs.
Back upstairs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some friends in prison.
So where have you moved your character? I've lost your
I didn't. It's somewhere. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, here it is. So as you walk down the corridor with Maeve, you do see there is the guard as you kind of they're in front of Xanto's office. As you're passing, are you just gonna what are you?
The room with the gold handles.
Nope, that's upstairs. This is the office that you went into with this big throne room chair and desk.
Oh, right.
You need to go up another floor.
Are they're looking out this way?
They're looking generally in this direction. You've seen them before. They've seen you.
Right. We need
They're
a
mainly
distraction.
watching the stairs. Yeah.
I don't have anything to distract. I have no idea. What's the plan? What are we doing?
Me too.
There is no plan. That's exciting.
There is no
And
plan.
the entire day
Just
on
gotta-
Idea is just get the blank. That's the plan.
We gotta get the thing.
You didn't think this would be easy, did you?
No, not at all. I
was just like, surely some inspiration to what we need to do will just come in the moment. Surely. No.
Ava will be locking eye contact with Maeve, with darting eyes going from the blank to back to Maeve, as Ava starts to take 1 or 2 steps closer.
Oh no.
Towards where the blank is.
Okay.
Not like blatant like.
No,
I'm
just like
sidling.
you're slowly
I'm
making your way
sidling.
over. Yeah.
I'll talk to a few people here and there in the crowd for a bit, keeping an eye on the blank. Still slowly working my way through the crowd towards it. Constantly connecting with Maeve.
Well, Maeve then leaves the room
Yeah, I just left the room.
and walks out.
Okay, until Maeve leaves the
until
room,
she
she's
leaves, and
constantly
then
connecting it.
Yeah, and then.
Okay, so
She knows Ava is making a move towards it.
I think we need to cause a distraction.
Do you want to look? Do you want to? I need to get a drink. Do you guys want to have 10 minutes to think about what you want to do here? Because it's you can talk, you can plan some stuff if you want.
How long do we have, Dev, left?
An hour.
An hour?
We've got an hour. Yeah. If I take 10 minutes, we've got an hour.
I wouldn't mind a snack break.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break.
Drinking and go to the loo. So
Sure.
But I would recommend just you can OOC have a think about how you want to approach the situation. You know, if you want to.
I have
It's a
an
difficult
idea.
Strategical situation. So
I have a couple of ideas. It would just depend on how these ideas manage to collaborate without any plan with the other ideas of other people.
I have an idea on how to get out.
nice.
I think it's a pretty good
I
idea.
have a plan of how to get in. Aha!
That's good.
Stand. Well, I'm gonna get a drink.
I'll burp.
Be back in a mo.
Right. So I was thinking I could break the cage and get the birds to go nuts. When I initially went over to the fucking buffet, I was gonna like try to find something that was like food that would make them really like oh, what do birds like? And then start putting it in people's pockets and then try to break the cages so that the birds would go nuts.
My idea was to heat up the worm egg
Oh,
and just let a worm happen.
that's a good idea.
Can't you do like a darkness thing, Tucson?
Yeah, but it's focused on an item or a space that's really just like
if you can
10
get
square
Ink
feet.
out of jail, if he's in total darkness and they have no like dark vision or anything, he's literally invisible. You can't see him.
I just don't know.
I also have my
about getting
bells.
you out of jail.
I was gonna use my bells to get out. Just knock him out.
We I don't think we know that you're in jail.
I know you guys
Yeah,
don't
we
know,
don't know that
but
you're in
if I can get
jail.
out, I also have some stuff to help cause distractions, knock an entire crowd out, stuff like that.
I just have a silly hat and a knife.
Just do
There's
some
a fuck
silly
ton
hat
of-
knife
There's a fuck
tricks.
ton of people in that room.
I think the first thing is lights. If you can get the lights out, that's a huge distraction.
The thing's in a cage.
Get the lights off, hit darkness on it, steal the cage. Or just murder it.
Seems to be the opposite of what we wanted to do.
We're level 5, not level 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at
Man,
6 or 7 I
an
would have had the
ability-
perfect one.
I have an ability that would work so fucking well right now.
What's it called?
Work the crowd.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll read it to you if you want it. It's
Yeah.
At 6th level, when you've adopted your alternate persona, you can use your action to inspire your choice of fear or adoration in those nearby. When you do, all creatures within 30 feet who can see you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed if you chose adoration, or frightened if you chose fear. This effect lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would be the perfect thing for this situation.
The one that I was hoping I would have in time for this, but we didn't level up, is a rope trick. Just to be able to go into your own pocket dimension for an hour. Like,
well, that's handy.
Yeah, it's really good for short rests or hiding from people after you steal an item.
Seems like it would be really good for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, I got a knife and a hat.
Yeah, you should do the knife hat trick. Just go up on stage and juggle. He did mention something about bringing in characters, right?
Huh?
He did mention something about bringing in some extra characters in case some people are split off.
Yeah, he said we should have some created.
That will be fun to bring in Tadpole.
Yeah, I really like playing the dumb guy, but I want to play a fucking spellcaster who can do some cool shit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. A wizard would be pretty badass.
Howie Mandel. I'll work on my best Howie Mandel impression. If I played Howie, I would just spend the whole time quoting that fucking TikTok. That's the problem. When
Your
my
whole
friend Neil
character would
bent over,
literally revolve around prolapse.
I'd kill a guy and then be like, "Does anyone know, is this COVID related? And if so, what do we do about it?" Ow.
On the note of prolapse, I'm gonna get food. I'll be right back.
On the note of
That's the thing that we reminded her of eating.
Okay, sure. Hey, Bloom.
Yeah.
Missed you, bud.
Missed you too, man. How you been?
Good. Have you seen, I've been bringing No Knobs back a little bit recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's been pretty fun. We have, it's funny, I'm playing with, Mr. Theo, who plays Kirk. And, our little storyline is going almost the same as how the Knobs family one did originally. You know how we like just claimed a place and we were like, "This is ours now. We live here at Knob Station." We pulled up, we claimed a tent, like a random tent outside of Strawberry, and then we just rode in and we were like, "Yeah, well, we own this place now. It's called Slawberry because we're the Slobbery Knobbers." And yep, so and we're like firing guns, like the law might come. We're like, "We are the law here, darling. Don't worry."
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's good. It's good. I hope the family, you know. Are you whitelisted on Wild?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, you are. We put that together. True.
I'm not. They wouldn't let me in.
Really?
I showed them my Artemis Rook video and they said no.
Really?
That was a while ago, to be fair, but yeah.
All right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm almost ready.
Yeah, sorry, Talk, that you're stuck in a jail cell.
It's cool. I had some things I can go over with you real quick. That way I'm not taking up the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fink's gonna stuff his ears with some of the fingers he keeps so that his ears are plugged. And then he's gonna get attention and try to get them some way, like cause a scene to get them back in there so they open the door, and then he's gonna ring the bell to knock them out.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting. I like it.
I don't know what the range on the bell is. It wasn't in the item description, so I'm hoping it works.
Well, it's anyone within earshot.
Within earshot, okay.
So, I will.
And he would relay that information to Zen 2 to cover his ears. But yeah, I was hoping I could kill the guy and then bring him back to life and have him.
What level did you want this character to be, by the way?
Oh, same level. So
5.
What
all right, cool.
5.
We were talking while you were gone. If we were all slightly higher level, we would have some crazy ass skills that would be so helpful.
Yeah.
Like work the crowd, and rope trick.
My thing, like, I understand that my monk skills would have kicked in, but it's just a different character, right? So like, I think the builds are at where they're at. You know what I mean? I really rather like them. You could be like, "Oh, I could have done this, I could have done that," but nobody's died.
Yeah, that is true. No, I'm still having fun. It's just like this would be cool to be able to try to use this.
Yeah, it's anyone within earshot, basically. So it's kind of up to my discretion more than anything, whether people can hear what the bell's doing, you know. But it's common sense of.
Cool.
To hear the bell ring.
And then he'd also be trying to unlock the hatch the whole time.
How are you finding this then?
What's up?
Finding that the heist.
Oh, it's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot more people.
Yeah. They did say a lot of important people were coming.
Yeah. Did anyone try Diablo 4?
No, I know people are playing it though. It looks pretty good. I would just never.
Well, I was hearing the
impressed.
complaint about it being very like flat. Like you can only use 4 abilities. Shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. To be fair, I mean, Wayfinder's the same.
Is
You've
it?
only got 4
Okay.
abilities? Like, yeah, it's
Well,
not
they're-
like
they
I don't
were
really
upset.
mind that kind of stuff as long as the game's fun, right? Like, but I personally just think that Blizzards are
They don't
pretty-
make really bad. Like
Well,
they
they
make
left
good
it-
games.
They left a sour taste in people's mouth with the last Diablo, right? With
Yeah.
Immortal.
Diablo Immortal was absolutely disgusting in their monetization, and then now it's like, yeah, it's like you have to pay $100 plus a battle pass plus DLC plus a skin shop. Do you know what I mean? And all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay, right, you're laying it on a bit thick here.
So I'd never played Diablo, and I bought Diablo 2 Resurrected or
I think
whatever.
that's one of the best ones, Diablo 2.
I don't think I understand the gameplay loop of Diablo yet, because I'm like, I feel so aimless, and I'm like, why am I doing any of this? This isn't like that cool. I'm just like running through a cave, fucking swinging a sword at random mobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I
That's
think
the
I need.
impression I get.
We have
That's
what
think I
is
need
it?
to play
Diablo
with
3?
Someone. I think I need to play it with someone who like knows what's going on, so they
with
can
it,
guide
yeah,
me
right.
through it.
Yeah. We bought Diablo 3 on the Switch and just played it as like couch co-op.
Yeah, it's a fun couch co-op
Yeah.
game.
I think that's where Diablo shines. It's kind of a good casual game
It's
to
like
play with
mindless couch co-op. Get a shinier sword. Get a better chest thingy.
friends. It's like Tarkov, but not guns or first person or Russian hackers. There's some cool
So we're
like
gonna do the
cheats
big
and shit.
distracty and then try to swipe the thingy.
Yeah, cause a fire. Do something cool.
You go, Bloom.
Okay, I have a plan for being inside the room if it's the right room, but we still don't really know if it's the right room. Dusan just guessed the good room is for the good thing. So
I had a plan to try and work out what room it goes back to, but I need a distraction to be able to do that. And if a distraction goes off and I go to do my thing, which I'm going to because I don't know that anyone else is doing anything, then I hope I don't get in anyone's way. Like, my shit's not crazy, but I don't know who's got what plan if fucking Alex is about to just try to fucking yoink this thing. Like,
What about getting it while it's in transit?
well, there's people around then, but
Like hallways
I was
and
gonna,
stuff. But yeah.
I wanted to put some sticky, gluggy food or something on the back of my coin and then stick it on the bottom of the cage so that the cage drops glitter on its way back. That was why I was asking if I could reach the underside of the fucking cage, because I wanted to just stick my coin up there. Like, I listen, when we had all this shit going on and I had the options for what to get and I got a fucking shiny coin instead of whatever magical item I could have gotten, I went, fuck you, Dev. I'm gonna make this useful, you bitch. I'm gonna make this useful. I'm gonna find ways.
I'm still convinced it's magic and I don't realize what it does.
Wait, I just realized, you know what I haven't tried doing with it, guys?
What?
Flipping it. I haven't even tried flipping the coin. That's a classic coin thing. What if that's how the magic activates?
You just get a luck point.
I don't know. But you can be damn sure when I go over to the food table, I'm going to give this thing a cheeky little, just see if anything happens, you know?
Because it's a magic fucking coin.
Maybe that lady will see it. Maybe.
Shit.
I should have.
It's gonna be covered in
Should've-
glitter by the end of the night.
Noticing a pattern in most of the characters I play is that they go for the scary lady, and that's just a coincidence. I swear.
It just happens to be like that.
It just fits every
personal
character I
preference of
play.
any
It's
kind.
crazy.
Yeah,
No.
You just like rejection. It's cool.
It's not that. I don't. It's just I'm a good role player, you know. So.
Watch this. Let me sexually harass this
what I like.
woman.
It's what I like to call a running bit through all of my characters. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, my running bit through my characters, they're all potheads. It's a normal thing.
Wait, is Doosan a pothead? Because that explains so much.
Well, he's definitely into psychedelic drugs now because he thinks that's the only way to get back. Before, remember that guy was like, "Hey, you want some of this weed?" And he fucking was gonna beat his ass and squeezed his hand, like broke his hand and shit.
Yeah,
and then
true.
now he got, he got drugged when we were on that fucking mission, and he understands that it was a drug, but like because he was unconscious, he doesn't really know what to think of it. So I've been doing this bit where, like I said, when it's weird, Dusan's like, wait a minute, it's happening again. Fuck. Shit. There's like more to it, but he that's like whenever he's like meditating and thinking now, he's like trying to get back to whatever that like
He's
way
chasing the
is.
He's chasing
Yeah,
the
he's
dragon.
chasing the dragon.
We're just waiting for Madame
I believe so.
Ava. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I didn't.
You cut out on.
I didn't expect to finish the heist today. I wasn't sure, but
With us? No.
This is gonna be 4 more sessions of just a power up.
I was explaining
Look
to
at that,
that
Dev.
guy who tied his friend to a tree in D&D. I was like, yeah, the way we play is like because he kept being like, yeah, we fought some pretty like high level monsters, and I was like, yeah, see, we have an objective, and then we usually talk around it for 45 minutes, and then we find something else to fuck around with, and then maybe we go do it, but we don't plan it.
Dev somehow managed to bring it back into the plot somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, he weaved it back. We make him invent whole fucking places inside of his fully fleshed out world. It's not good enough, Dev. You need a fucking amusement park.
They just a place that just doesn't make any logical sense in the setting.
To be honest, when I was doing the bit, I didn't expect us to actually go there. I was just like, I'm gonna like do this funny bit where I insert this fake thing into Dev's world. That'll be funny. And then we did a whole episode on it. I respect you for that, Dev. I respect you for that.
Speaking of which, wait, there's a trap door in this fucking jail cell that leads right to Xanto World. What is this?
What, guys?
Oh,
my
never mind.
ring started glowing. What's going on?
We gotta get back to Xanto World. The ring.
Oh, you sent me a message.
No, never mind. Don't look at that one. I don't like it.
Look at that.
I fucked
Don't look
up.
at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Oh, what do you
Is
guys?
there light in the cell? No, there's not.
Oh, perfect. I'm invisible. What do you guys think about rolling death saves privately with just Dev and not telling the group?
That would be fun.
I do like that idea actually.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, instead of you guys knowing that guy just crit failed,
Yeah, I kind of fuck with
it
that.
makes you, give a shit about your dying friend so much quicker.
I'm gonna do that in the games that I run too. That's cool. I like that idea a lot.
I think it's
Yeah,
awesome.
that one time he did pull us separately, like I think for the portals.
It was cool because we had no idea.
That shit was intense.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
shit.
What's happening? I don't know. Is anybody still alive? You right there, Ava? Back
Yeah,
to
sorry
this?
about that. I'm back.
That's all right. Okie dokie. All right then, we'll crack on with where we left off. So, with the party going on, and Maeve and Dusan heading upstairs, spotting a couple of guards down the corridor. And we have Corgi by the stage, Maeve up on the stage with a strange man playing the clarinet, and Fink's in jail.
Yeah.
So, Corgi, what I would say is, from where you're standing, give me a perception check. Por favor.
Not very good. 6.
Not good enough. So, through all the hustle and bustle and the loud clarinet playing that's going on in front of you, you don't hear any of the kind of muttered conversation between Xanto and the others around the table. However, you do hear clop, 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 clop coming up behind you, and you see a recognizing sort of tall, dark-skinned woman, Seville, as she comes down. She goes, just this horror on her face as she looks up at the stage towards you. And she comes out, stands next to Corgi, and she's like looking at the guy playing the flute. Goes, "What is this horrendous music? Get off the stage now!" And the guy's like, I'm very sorry. I thought it'd be a treat down. And she stares him daggers. And he's like, "Oh my!" So he looks at you and goes, "Very sorry." Steps off the stage, and she kind of glares at you, just kind of, "What are you doing?"
Me?
Ava.
Okay, good.
You're standing next to her at this point.
In order to appreciate good music, one has to hear bad music to know what is good.
A palate cleanser.
Exactly, a palate cleanser, a sorbet between a course of songs. A song sorbet, if you wish.
I'm hungry.
Sorry, I should say that in a much more a song sorbet, if you wish.
What's a sorbet?
It's like, well, get on with it then. People are looking uncomfortable.
Ava looks at the man exploring his dreams upon the stage. Yeah, understandable.
He scutters off into the crowd sheepishly, like kind of looking away from Seville.
Corgi,
Yeah?
you managed to put on a great performance during the fighting.
Yeah.
Do you think you could maybe put on a show on the stage a second while I try and get the thing? And she tries to subtly horn gesture towards the
Yeah.
And remember, Corgi, keep it subtle.
Subtle. Got it.
And I'm going to step up on the stage and go,
Attention! Everybody!
I knew
You
this
get
would
everybody's attention. Yeah, it's a silent. Just your voice echoes throughout.
I feel like Maeve hears that from up the stairs and kind of comes
You're just
sneaks
round
back down the
corner.
stairs.
Both
Yeah.
of you are literally like 10 foot just round the corner down the corridor, so you can like step back and see what the hell's going on.
My name is Dune Dancer. Though you probably already know that. And I'm here today to entertain you all with a story of my battles. While you appreciate old Xanto's finery,
and I'm going to step off the stage and I'm gonna walk up to the like lady who sat in my seat, and
Who's
I'm
currently talking to Xanto.
Nope. I'm just gonna walk
You
around.
look over to that. You look over to that table. Like you gathered. Everyone looks at you as you kind of, and as you step off the table, Xanto turns away back towards the others, and the three of them turn to look to Xanto, and they continue to mutter their conversation to you.
When he looks at me too, I give him a little wink, like I'm doing what you told me to. You wanted me to entertain people, right?
Give me an insight. Give me an insight check into Xanto.
He is loving it.
14.
He smiles. It's not like a wide smile, but you see he does kind of give you a little grin and then turns back.
Now, I'm gonna walk up to the table up the back in the middle. Allow me to regale you with my greatest tale, and it's important for you to understand the story that you keep your eyes on me, because I'm a very visual storyteller. So...
Hey, give me a performance check.
Okay.
He's gonna crit. I feel it.
I feel
Ava face palms from a distance.
19.
Nice.
Good
Okay, yeah.
job.
So I mean,
She
so
only
looking around,
slightly face palms.
so you look around the room and you seem to have garnered the attention of the majority of the crowd. There are a bunch of people still chatting to themselves. You see Xanto is currently there, locked in conversation. But you seem to, particularly the people right next to you, the toolbox guys. You can see the Sand Reavers are watching. Tamoran is listening intently to whatever story you have to tell. You seem to have the attention of majority of the people.
Does anyone have like a weapon that's like happens to be sitting near them, not like that would be easily accessible for me to sort of grab?
So when you say easily accessible, I mean there are armed people,
but they're all like on them. There's none like sitting next to them.
Yeah, nobody's
There's no,
just
like,
resting.
hilt knives.
No, like loose weapons. Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, I'm gonna walk very slowly, sort of walking through the crowd, trying to keep their attention. I'm like, there I was, middle of the wasteland, dead of night. It was quiet. Too quiet. I surveyed the land when suddenly, and then I want to try and, like, as I'm walking past, grab someone's sword or axe or something.
Okay.
And just very loudly and quickly swing it over and, like, stick it into the ground. Like,
now, into the ground?
Yes.
The carpeted floor.
Yes.
Wooden stage?
Yep.
Or...
Okay. Yep. There is a wooden stage, but there's also a carpeted floor.
I'm over here.
That's fine.
Yep.
Now, just questions. Questions. I have questions. So you're walking through the crowd as you're doing this, and people are like kind of listening. You essentially would have your pick of who you were going to attempt this with.
Okay.
It wouldn't be completely random. So you could time your story to when you could, there are general, a couple of the noble people, upper tradesmen have got like a sword, a scimitar. Not all of them. Some of them are unarmed. Basically, almost everybody sitting down is armed.
Okay. I'm going for like a noble, who looks like maybe, who looks like maybe their sword is, it's like decorative. They don't really fucking fight. They're a noble. You know what I mean? They don't know. They're not going to be good at stopping me from doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you walk past
skilled.
one guy who's got like it's like a very ornate, but not a very, like you wouldn't use it for a fight, like scimitar resting in like he's no armor whatsoever. This is clearly ornamental. And he's stood there kind of like listening to you, clutching a clarinet as he's watching intently as you walk past him. Just give me a sleight of hand.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Yeah.
So you reach down and you grab this bejeweled kind of scimitar blade and yank it, and you just pull this dude like a foot across as you realize that this isn't even a real sword. It's like it's stuck into the hilt. It's 100% decorative. It doesn't even have a blade on it. It's just like a hilt in a. You yank it, and he's like, "Oh!"
Do you still slam him into the carpet?
No. Don't worry. When suddenly a sword takes a swipe at me. But it wasn't.
Give me a charisma check.
13, no, 12, 11.
11? That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Continue.
But the sword wasn't held by any mere man. And then I'm going to jump up onto the table right here.
Oh, Tamo's table.
Yeah.
Okay. Bang. There's like kind of a shock, and everyone's kind of stops.
Nay! That's right. It was a horse. And it neighed. And it stood on its hind legs and it went. And
Okay.
I really hope someone's doing something while I'm giving this fucking speech.
Gonna say, so while you're distracting the crowd very successfully, Ava, you see him as he does this. Both Maeve and Dusan, you can see as Corgi is currently making a big scene and pretty much garnering the attention of most of the people in the crowd here.
So distracting.
So distracting, making his way around. What are you lot doing?
Towards the
Yeah, slowly just working the way through the crowd.
Hey, how's it going? Hope
Towards
your wife
the
is well. Hey,
stage.
hope your nephew's doing okay. Hey, just weaseling the way through.
Yeah, Dusan.
Our fucking two escape routes here.
There's always this large windows.
Like very, very good point.
You're on the
if they're making their we are. Yeah. Okay, if they're making their way there, I'm just gonna linger kind of near this wallish area. Just kind of normal like. I'm gonna let them attempt kind of normal like a little bit. I might could just wait here and see if they can successfully swipe that, and maybe I can play support from afar at that exact moment potentially. So I'll just pay attention.
Okay, give me a perception check. Nice. Okay, cool. So you got a good eye on the stage. It's kind of, pacing out Ava and Maeve, and you can see them both start to kind of circle around the center stage. At this point, we will jump over to Fink, who is in a cell. So first of all, just give me a dexterity check.
All right. Give me a moment here. I got to open up my character sheet. You said dexterity?
Yeah.
Big 16.
Okay. So the lock itself, you can't see it, and with your tail you just can't you can't figure out how it is locked, whether it is like a key or a latch or some sort of bolt or something. But you can't seem to unlock it. However, you do start making a racket. How do you make a noise?
I'm just gonna take my knife out and just run it across the bars and just start yelling, "I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. I was just taking a break in a hole in the ceiling."
You hear,
Yeah, he's innocent. Yeah. I know him. He's innocent. Yes.
Yeah.
and you hear a slam, a loud, large slam. And the visual range that you see is very slim in front of the door. You can see this tiny little gap. And you just hear, first of all, you hear bang, like a large, loud thud. And you hear, and then a second later, you see peering in front of the gap, like in the corridor. It's pretty terrifying visage. As this guy with bleached white bangs, like short bangs on his head, and what looks to be like a mask, but it only covers like half of his eye, and then it comes down to his face where he's got this really like demonic grin painted onto the face, and you see he's got one red eye as he just peeks around the corner, and you just hear troublesome, eh? We'll deal with you shortly.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face with an arrow. I want him to open the door.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. give me an attack roll.
All right. Let me take off some of this stuff. I'm gonna sharpshooter it just to be a fun
Remember,
guy.
this is a small hole that you're having to shoot through, so he does have cover.
That's fine. Even if I don't hit him, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. So that would be a 21.
Ooh. Okay, you had to beat 22.
Damn.
I thought you'd hit it. So you just like real quickly pull up your bow and fire your crossbow and fire, and he just pulls his head back at the last second. It's a cling cling cling, and he goes, "Trixie, one eye. I know what to do with you." And you just hear, boom, heavy slam of the door.
I wasn't gonna let him walk out. I was gonna ring the bell.
Oh, okay. So as you hear him walking away, you ring the bell?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case.
Oh God.
In that case. Give me a performance check, please.
All right. 6.
oh no.
It's okay. I covered my ears.
Ding 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 ding. You feel a wave of lethargicness pass over you, and you pass out in the cell.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Well, experiment completed. Now you know.
Yeah. Does he still have to do a wisdom save? Out of curiosity?
Check. Yes, I think yes.
Yeah, I think he has to beat
I do think he does. I do think he. Let me double check.
a 12.
He does. He does still have to beat 12. Yes, he does. But wisdom, he has +2.
Oh, roll.
19.
Whoa. Damn.
He got a 19.
He has no idea. That's fine.
No, he has no idea. Yep. Just you fall asleep in the cell.
That's fine.
But I do need to roll for your cellmate. Okay, he's all right then. Back to the main party.
I'm not getting out.
So none of you have seen Fink since he disappeared up into the vents from the VIP room. You are currently distracting everybody, or trying to distract everybody in the room. Dusan, you're watching. Maeve and Ava, you are circling around the main table. What do you want to do next?
Start watching and eavesdropping.
At this point, Corgi jumps onto the stable and starts neighing like a horse.
Okay. I'll walk around the. Oh, there's so many people. How big is the cage that the thing is in?
Foot and a half, maybe. Probably now about a foot. Dead center in the stage under a spotlight.
Yeah. I just.
Ava, are you doing anything? You're muted, by the way. I can't if you're talking.
She's keeping an eye on Maeve this whole time, but
You're opposite sides of the stage now. You can kind of see each other between the plinths.
she's going to try. She's going to try using calm emotions on the blink to try and attempt to put it in as sedated a mode as possible.
Okay, cool.
Oh, she doesn't.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Sedated.
So, calm emotions. Does he have to do a saving throw, or is it just a you just do it? I think that's one of those you just do it, don't you?
I
It's
attempt
charisma.
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's a
have.
charisma.
Yeah, it's a charisma check.
I mean, it's a blank, but we'll roll for it.
I have a charisma of 20 with a +5.
Easy. Yeah. So, yeah, you just kind of like, you just strum a little, a gentle lullaby towards the blank, and you just see as it kind of, its eyes start to like drift down a little bit, like it's getting a bit sleepier.
All right, it's nice and high. Okay. And Ava is going to desperately try to connect with like Fink or
So you look around, Fink cannot be seen. You see Dusan across the room, standing by the entranceway, and Maeve on the opposite side of the stage to you.
All right, perfect. Ava will try and lock eyes with Dusan.
Yeah. Dusan, with your perception, you see this,
And she's going to do the like, I dart, back to you, I dart, back to you, I dart, back to you. Hinting of, look at the blanket, it's falling asleep. Look at the blankets falling asleep. Look at the blankets falling asleep. Look at the blankets falling asleep.
I have to walk over to do that, and people would see. So I'm gonna like do like a head bob over to like tell her like tell Maeve. He's right there.
Similar thing. Look at the blankets.
He's right there.
The blanket
I'm doing
falling
the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Look at the blankets falling asleep. Look at the blankets falling asleep. Look at the blankets falling asleep.
Oh god.
I feel like this is like a, like an airplane style heist comedy where it's like it's just cutting back between the two and going,
Don't call me Roger.
okay. Right, so you start nodding to
What's
each
your
other
vector, Victor?
emphatically. What's your vector, Victor? Okay. So I mean, as you're nodding to each other, you see as Xanto smiles, he stands up from his table. He kind of like shakes the hand of both the lady and the guy there, not the guard. And he turns and begins walking across the room, where he walks past your table, Corgi, kind of smiles and nods as you're telling your story up there, and begins making his way across. He pats Vincent on the shoulder as he walks past, and then begins to stand next to the scary lady, who he kind of like crouches down. She stands up, and they have a very discreet conversation in the corner over here. That is what's happening currently. As that happens, you see as these three get up and leave. corridor. And Nick.
I think this is definitely one where Ava's gonna try and maybe again, Maeve and Dusan just like, there's people leaving the room, there's people leaving the room, there's people leaving the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way on to the front of the stage. If anyone's looking at me, I look like I'm looking at what's on the stage, but hopefully no one's looking at me.
Art appraiser style, like, yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Like turn my head sideways. And I'm gonna wait for Corey to reach another like peak flamboyant moment in whatever he's doing. And I'm gonna do like a 180 very dramatic cape turn and head the opposite direction and try to swipe the blank cage.
Yeah, okay.
Under
What's happening?
under
gaming.
my flamboyant cape.
Okay. So for this, I'll need a charisma check from Corky.
Okay.
You got
I'd
this,
just like to
Porgy.
say it's gotten to a point in my story where I go,
And that's why it's called baby birding. All right. So now you know.
Filibustering right now.
Eating my lunch right when I hear baby birding, and I no longer want to eat my lunch.
that's an old one just for Bloom. That one, you know.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
Was it performance or charisma?
Charisma. To hold
11.
the crowd's attention. Okay. Maeve, I would like a sleight of hand, please.
You got this, Maeve. You never roll bad. Hell yeah!
Ooh, 25.
She needed to beat a 30.
You needed to beat a 26. Sorry.
Beats it, beats it.
Okay, so here's what I will say. Okay, here's what I'll say. Maeve, I would like you to tell me what you are going to do shortly after you have secured a cage under your cloak. Because I will say this, you do it very deftly. Everyone is watching Corgi and chatting. You don't think anybody has seen you take the blank from the stage. But it is quite obvious it's not there.
Okay, so I've
So you
swiped.
you have a beat. You have like a beat, a
Yeah,
moment
yeah.
of time where you realize if anybody looks at this stage, the game's up.
So I was walking from this side to this side. I did my little
Yep.
swoop 180.
Yep.
Like, oh, I actually I want to go this direction. You know, you're in the grocery store, you realize you need to go the other direction, and you do that awkward turnaround. Except it was really stylish because I got a cool cape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got that stash under the cape, and then I'm gonna head to the back of the room, immediately between these two tables, to the
Okay,
back of the room
towards
next to Dusan.
Dusan. Okay.
And as she's I assume I would kind of see her doing this because I know what's going on a little bit. I'm going to try and do something to help keep people distracted. I'm going to pull out of my bag. I'll make up the story to go along with it. The grossest thing that I have, which is the nervous system of a boar that we killed and hollowed out a while ago. I've been keeping that on me, you know?
So
Dude,
you
we're
just
actually
made-
so
as,
good
as
at
you're
this,
making your way through the room, you just see as he's pulling out just chunks of intestines. You're not sure where the story is going at this point, but it's definitely keeping people engaged.
And Maeve gets back there to Dusan, and she just says dip 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 dip.
Need a hostage.
Okay.
We dip. We start walking. No. Before
No?
we go,
Not
before
yet.
we start walking, right? I'm gonna say, don't cover its head. and then I'm gonna use 2 of my key to cast darkness on the Mogwai itself, right? So it just makes
Okay.
it just makes an infinite pool of darkness, which is probably more suspicious than walking around with it. But as long
But
as
it's
we
not
don't,
kind of under my cape though. So darkness
oh, it
under my
is,
cape.
yeah. Oh, that's already fine. So it would already, you know what? Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna dip with her.
Okay.
As quick
so you see she's
as
there.
quick as
Save it.
possible without looking suspicious.
Okay.
Do I get the
If you-
sense that anyone's watching go?
I was gonna say
No.
Yeah, so
No, takey backies, please. Takey backies. I got
30
it.
seconds, sticky backies.
Go
Okay.
on, yeah.
I want to
10-second rule.
slip.
Let
I
them
want to
cook.
slip over here, right?
You're going a completely different direction. Okay, right.
Yeah, completely different direction. And
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take the unicorn horn, right?
Oh,
That I have,
Ooh.
and I want to just try to roll it kind of like over here.
Okay.
Not, I want to try to like roll it kind of like, maybe if I could get it to hit up against the wall, just right up there.
All right. Just
Okay.
give me a dexterity check for your accuracy. All right, fair enough. I mean, it's just a general toss. You kind of like bounce it off the wall there.
Yeah.
And you just a couple of seconds later, you see a dude walk down the corridor. Fuck's that? And he goes and picks it up. You see him, he's kind of like looking at it. And then he starts walking back with it.
And well, it didn't work. Didn't work. That wasn't the plan, but it didn't work anyways.
you got rid of that item now.
Yeah, it just.
What
Well,
did you do?
well, I guess
failed upward.
I guess I threw it instead of rolled it. I was hoping to like roll it so that it wouldn't make the tink 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 sound, but whatever. That happened.
He just saw it. Just
Yeah.
saw it.
Fair enough. Fuck, fair enough. Yeah, no, the plan was to throw an item like over in that direction.
Actually,
and
you know
then
what? Actually, I didn't even think about this. So he picks it up, turns it around, and goes. He looks at you. Goes, "Is that yours?"
dropped it.
There you go. And hands it back to you, and then walks back down the corridor.
Good enough.
Do I, as they're leaving, do I feel like anyone might be looking over there? Can I tell?
Give me a perception check.
Please. Fuck. 3.
You see all eyes on you. All eyes on you.
Well, then I don't
All eyes on you.
I don't need to step things up a notch like I was going to if I needed to, so I'll just keep going on with my story.
So Maeve, you make a sharp exit to there. This is, we're talking 10 seconds, 15 seconds is real quick. You know what I mean? You kind of like dart through the crowd and then out to the hallway. What do you do?
I'm just gonna exit the building.
Yep. So, I mean, but how do you want to exit the building? The way you came in? The front door?
I'm gonna walk towards. Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards the door, as I needed to make a quick exit.
No one would expect the front door exit. Just saying.
Yeah.
So you walk to the staircase, and you see the 2 guards, which sort of guard the top of the landing here outside Xanto's office. I would like to know how you're hiding the blank in a cage.
not that big of a cage.
I mean, just holding it in your cloak like a package, or
Maeve's got a baby bump.
Yeah, I'm holding it in front of me as if it's a baby bump.
or a dump truck. You could have a booty.
I'll allow that.
And I'm
deception
making
check.
the worst grimace on my face as if I don't feel well, and I need to leave immediately.
I'm
You can give me a deception
menstruating.
check with advantage. Yeah, go ahead.
Which check?
Deception with advantage.
Deception. Okay.
Or performance, if you prefer to do performance. It's
No, I
totally up to
don't
you,
prefer
one of the
prefer
other.
that
Yeah,
one.
I think the baby's coming.
Can I try to make my way back in that direction now that my other mission failed?
Yeah, I mean, you would, from where you were over there, you would see Maeve come around the corner.
Okay, I see him,
Oh.
and I put the hand that's not holding the cage in front of me. I put it up against the wall, like I'm so tired, and I'm leaning, and my head's down. I'm like, like just not feeling well.
The guard steps over to you and he goes, "Fuck, are you all right? Fucking hell! Let me give you a hand. Let me give you a hand." And he puts his arm over you, like to hold you up.
And I go, oh, honey.
I think it's time. I think we need to call the midwife.
He's coming. Go, move.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I shove him out of the way. I like, get up with it.
All right.
Yeah.
I want a deception check from you as well, Dusan. This is also with advantage because you're doing a great job.
Hell yeah! Look at that.
Great. That's great. Sweet. So you push him out the way and start helping Maeve down the stairs with her fake pregnancy.
Don't worry, I got the birthing unicorn horn.
Sweet. So you come hobbling down the staircase. And you find yourselves back in the lobby. You get immediate reactions from the three guards that are there, and the guy thing he goes, "Fuck! Oh, I don't know what to do. What do I do?" Kind of freaking out as you're coming down. Where do you head? You straight out the front door. You just kind of confidence trying to blaze out.
We gotta call the midwife. We gotta go. It's time. The baby's coming.
It's coming. Give me a taxi. Don't worry about it. We'll walk.
Okay, so fuck. Go on. Go. And they rush you out the door.
Honey, did you bring the birthing potions? I don't know why we were at this party if I was this pregnant. But it's fine.
No, let him cook. Let him cook.
Amazing.
The blank's my baby.
No, the blank has been Maeve's baby before.
Yeah,
She had a papoose.
I had a papoose. I used to carry the blank around.
Yep. As you reach the front door, doors open into the night sky of the trading district. Outside, you see a number of extremely extravagant looking carts, vehicles of different sorts, golden, brown, brass covered, these things that look extremely ornate and expensive, very clearly from within the Draskan city. You come outside to the front door. What are you doing?
Dip.
I mean, there's a couple of guards here. We're still doing. Let's just keep the bid up.
Keeping the bid up. I'm waddling.
Swaddling on foot towards the front gate.
Yeah, I've got both ends of my cloak firmly in each hand, so like a wind or anything won't blow and show my pregnant belly.
I'm going, baby coming. Baby coming.
Yeah, is there like does one of these carriages have like a driver or something standing outside, like waiting?
Yes. All of them. They all look like they have drivers.
Should we commandeer one of these carts? Sorry.
Baby coming.
The baby's coming. Could you give us a ride, please? The midwife.
Get to the stable.
the midwife's staying at Faz's. Could you give us a ride, sir? It's not very far. I pull out I pull out like a gold pouch and I shake it at him. I was like, "You'll be back in time before the party's over, please."
Okay, give me a persuasion with advantage.
Oh,
It's not great. See if needs the money. So as you're doing that, up in the we'll come back to that in a quick second. So up in the hall, Corgi, what are you doing? On the how's your story coming to a climax? Or whatever.
And then she said, "But Corgi, I must pay you somehow. Surely if you shall not accept money, there is something I could do for you." And I said, "No,
Teach me how to
fair
read.
maiden. For God damn it. For I am the Dune Dancer, and I live to serve. And that's how I saved an entire town from a maniac with a spom."
Dune Dancer, protector of maidenheads.
That's right.
And you just hear, "Stop!" And everybody turns to see Xantos standing next to this lady, and he's looking directly at the stage. He goes, "Steve!" And you just hear uproar as everyone kind of chairs come out, everybody stands up, clutter, clutter, clutter. And you just see as the guards start pushing out, like scattering. Everybody starts scattering. You can see as the enforcers like start moving with haste into the middle of the room and to the door frames, and they start blocking the doors immediately. Xanto's just screaming at the top of his lungs. He jumps onto the stage and he goes, "Nobody leaves!" And that's where we're gonna bring.
Wow.
Ah!
You guys fucking did it? What the
Good
hell?
highs.
I don't know,
Fucking
did
good.
we?
I was impressed that you made it out with
Yeah,
that ploy.
yeah.
Holy shit!
Well done.
Those are some good rolls on getting that out, like, because that could have gone very. I was thinking, man, if she rolls badly, this cage is going on the floor. Clank, clank, clank. My God,
Nope.
well done.
That was part of one of my
That's part-
ideas. Also, was that if shit went bad, to just kick the blank and see what happened.
Explosion.
Oh, that was great. Thank you, Dev.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
done.
you.
Did you enjoy that? Well, not completely.
I did.
then, but
I did.
You still got a cliffhanger out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you love your fucking cliffhangers, don't you?
yeah, keep them wanting more.
Yes, you do.
Cool. So we end the session with Fink asleep in a cell. Nobody has any idea that he's there.
That's fine.
Like, nobody knows where Fink is right now. The pregnancy couple are making their way out the front door. Corgi and Ava are currently trapped in the grand hall as they're sealing off the doors due to a theft of a blank.
What?
We'll come back next session.
Listen,
that's
I
all.
wasn't here for no blank. I was here for a mogwai, so.
I just wanted to be able to show off my clearly grandiose bard skills.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Did a great job.
I definitely didn't steal it. I'm in jail.
I can't believe that. I mean, if anybody was going to end up locked up in a jail cell, it would be Fink.
I was
Thinking
like,
clean.
surely he's gonna let
He's
me get back to
thinking
the
clean.
to the party that after they left me in the ceiling. Nope. I guessed wrong. There was guards.
I mean, you could have. That I'll be honest, that wasn't the only way out.
Should have just pretended to be pregnant. Easy.
Yeah, I should have.
See, it's weird stuff like that when it comes to like good and bad roles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's
There was more than
you
one
know,
way out.
like, yeah, you just didn't find it. That's all.
Which is fine.
It's funny that you were like, we need to start a fire. That's legitimately what the last group did.
Yeah, I thought about starting a fire under the worm egg and like having a worm situation happen. But
that would be interesting. I didn't think about that.
Situation.
I didn't
I
think
was
about that
trying
either.
to. I was trying to do a cardboard box trick where I threw the item, hopefully it didn't make a sound, and then used a spell to turn that into what's a spell, but a skill to turn that into a minor illusion, like into a cardboard box. I got bloody, fucked up cardboard box, and then just knock on the wall and see if I couldn't get them to come over like fucking Spetsnaz and fucking Shadow Moses.
But he did come over.
Yeah, but only one dude. I meant like I wanted them to like approach and inspect and be like, "Oh my god, what's this bloody box?" So she had time to dip, but her plan was better. Why is there a bloody box? Like you would question that.
You would, yeah. But instead, he was just standing there and essentially just saw like a shoe fly past the corridor. He was like, "What the?
What the fuck is this?"
That? The horn. Oh well. All right. Great job, everybody.
Thank you.
That was so
It was
much fun.
fun.
Thank you, Dev.
All right, guys, that's where we're gonna end the
Pleasure as
stream.
always, Dev.
Thanks for watching.
Also, disregard
2
previous
weeks.
links. New links fixed. Problem fixed.
2 weeks. We'll be back.
But I did go to bed because I've got job interview tomorrow. So
good luck.
Good luck.
Break a leg.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.